Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's 6/12. It's 2025. And we about to start this live stream here. Y'all hit the like button, man. Yeah, y'all hit that like button for me. Hold on, I gotta be set because they're already starting already. All right, all right. Like, share, subscribe. This is Old Head Podcast. Well, we're gonna see about that, Nate. We're gonna see about that. That's just one game. You got to get the credit all the way to the Pacers for winning that game. Um, there's a lot of things. Shout out to everybody lined in basketball community. We're gonna talk about the game from last night. And Pacers got a 2-1 lead. As the saying goes, 80%. So a lot of people are already writing off OKC. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think the biggest factors to me of last night was um, Benedict Mathurin. He came in and OKC got to change their starting five. They got to go back to, if they end up losing this series. I don't understand it for my life of me why they don't play their two bigs together. That's gonna come back to me and bite them. Um, I think they shouldn't even change their chemistry. Do what's been getting there all year long. I'm not the coach or anything like that. I'm just giving my opinion. Um, so they got to play Hartenstein more. They got to go back to their starting lineup. If they lose this series, that's one of the big key factors to me. It is you messed up team chemistry. When you have the same starting five, you had the same starting five and then you had the same starting five basically in the playoffs, and then you're gonna change it up to the NBA Finals. It's not a good look right now, and it's gonna come back to me how I look at it. It's gonna come back to bite them at the end, because again, when it's time to get rebounds, you got Chet out there. You don't even have Hartenstein out there getting no rebound. Salute the real OT, you know. But you got to give the Pacers credit. Hey, everybody picked them to win. Shout out to them. 2-1. But this NBA Finals is not over, man. Let everybody think now that the Pacers going to win the series. Probably so. Maybe I don't care for which one. You know what I mean? I'm not switching my pick. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. But turnovers last night killed them too. TJ McConnell had 3 steals. One of the steals that I couldn't, that Alex Caruso, Wes Craven grandson, passed the ball. Shea wasn't even looking, and yeah, it just passes right that. You know what I mean? Very, very, very ugly with the basketball. They was up by 5 going to the 4th, so you got to give the Pacers their credit. They bench players played better. at home. TJ McConnell gave him a big boost. Benedict Mathurin, who when he's ball like the way he do, you know what I mean. So game 4 is a must win. Yes, coaching is making a difference. He's getting out coached right now. If I'm that, no, why you not going back to what you? Why go back to your starting five? Why you getting Hartenstein to sit there and don't even play him in the NBA Finals? Hardly ever. I know he has some little cheap fouls, but you need Hart. You need your starting five. Put Casey Wallace back on the bench. They playing they double bigs, and you're not even playing your double bigs. You're not even playing your double big lineup at all. You playing right into the Pacers, and I said that again at the beginning of the series. When I found out that they had Casey Wallace, I'm like, what? Like, because of matchups? No. And I'm Hartenstein. I'm like, why you sign me up for this team to help win a championship and you're not even playing the dude? They're not. Pacers was the aggressor. Hey, they won game 4. They protected home court. But if OKC loses this next game, I don't think they would. I think it's going to at least 6 or 7. You know. So they got to go back to their starting five. This case in Wallace experiment, it needs to go, bro. I think he's a good player, but you messing up everything here by not playing Arts. Like, keep your starting five and have Casey Wallace come off the bench. You're missing that extra punch to come off the bench. You know what I mean? And every time Halliburton got him, he always gets his shots off on him. It's like he scored most of his points to me. I rewatched the game last night. Y'all know me. I watched the game 2 or 3 times, which is 3 times actually. But you just gotta keep it real. I'm about to drop the link, and then we're gonna get into Jay Reid having no bag. And trust me, this part 2 of my killing spree is gonna start today. Y'all don't want to play with me today. Shout out to everybody once again, Lions Den basketball community. I'm gonna send a link to the homies, and we're gonna talk about the game, and then we can get into a topic since he wants to come out to people, he can answer the people that's going against his nonsense about him having a bag. And I'm just saying this since I've been on YouTube. I'm not changing who I am. I'm not going to change. I'm not one of these older people, want to, cater to the new generation and everything like that. Disrespecting the legends and propping this man up who's been straight. And it's we're gonna get into that, but let me send a link to the homies, man. If they come, they come. If not, I go solo on this. It don't matter. But I told y'all I was gonna be back today. Y'all hit that like button. And again, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna talk about these games, and we're gonna go from there. Then we're gonna get into the main topic, because I know everybody got a piece of the pie to say here, so on this beautiful Thursday, it's actually nice out outside, but I'm gonna be in the house, you know what I'm saying? So working home, that's all I do. As they say, ain't nothing out there, ain't not down the streets but trouble. I just didn't understand the life of me why that is not going to a starting five that got you there to the finals. I still don't understand that. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I don't. What's up, twin?
Salute to you, T Price. What up, big dog?
What's up, bro? What's we good, man? How you? Hey, answer me this, bro. I want to know
Yeah.
your honest opinion. Um, why in the world that no is not going to his starting five that got him to the finals? I I don't understand that. And I watched, me, I watched games 3 times, and I'm sitting there when the announcement came out that Casey Wallace is starting. I'm like, okay, why are you doing this now? Like what are you doing? And even in the fourth quarter, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? You don't even have him out there at all. He just sitting there looking like, it's just like I don't understand it. Like, and then with time for y'all to get rebounds, Chet is the only dude that's tall enough. No, you need Hardenstein. You got I don't know, bro. If they don't win game 4, they're in trouble. Salute
It's
to
a
head boss.
valid, yeah, it's a valid question. I mean, you go with who got you there. I think, listen, Hornerstein has been reliable. He's been good. He's been consistent. And for you to get all the way to the NBA Finals and change that and start Casey Wallace because you're overthinking what the Pacers want to do offensively, then shame on you. And he's paying a price for it right now. And by doing that, I know the players are going to say all the right things and try to be team first and blah, blah, blah. But they're human. You
Right.
can't tell me behind the scenes they're not saying, "What the hell are we doing?" Like, this is how I mean, this is how you lose players in the locker room. Like he's earned the right to start and play. Like, I mean, I've never seen a quote unquote historic defense change what they do. Like, what are you changing for? Like, your defense has been historic, and I would deem it historic because you can make the adjustment versus any offense. That's why you're historic. If they're
Right.
big, if they're small, I mean, whatever's called for defensively, you just make the adjustment with who you got. But OKC's playing with fire. They're playing with a OKC is playing with a cockiness and a stubbornness that's going to get them beat. And
Yes.
they went up big, or not big, but they went up by like 9 or 10 points early yesterday, and then they just start doing dumb shit, right? Fouling, turning the ball over. It's like some of these guys can't even dribble the basketball, like J
And they
Dub.
couldn't even inbound the basketball,
Yeah,
twin.
yeah. That T Price. How many times did
TJ
TJ
McConnell, our
McConnell?
boy, who me
Facts. Salute, James. Yeah. How many times did TJ McConnell steal the
3 big
inbound
steals.
pass and then they go get a quick two or a quick three? And so, listen, man, I was pretty confident yesterday talking about this, and I thought OKC would win this game and win the next 3 games. Bro, the Pacers might get this done.
Yeah,
They,
I'm beginning to
they
see it
just
too.
might get this done. And
And
so
you know
I'm shocked,
why?
bro. Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm
No,
just
you're
in
good.
agreement with you because again, how I'm looking at it is this, and I said this on my channel. I'm like, why are you not starting Hardenstein? It
Hmm.
doesn't even make any sense. I guarantee you they play minutes together. I guarantee you it's less than 10 or 15 minutes together on the court. Pacers ain't changing nothing. They still got they start. They still got their two bigs in the game. No matter
Right.
what the case may be. You know why? Because
Hmm.
Rick Carlisle done this before. He's not going to change anything as far as his starting lineup is concerned, if necessary. That's one thing I salute him about. Even when players was making mistakes, he
Yeah.
still kept them what in the game. Still, he might take them out, and then once they get, you know how it is when the players sitting there and they make mistakes, and the coach put them, and
Yeah.
then they go back in and they end up playing great basketball. Bennett and Mathurin again.
Let me
I'm
just say this
telling.
real quick, T Price.
Go ahead.
Uh, 2 things. I'll be quick. 2 things stood out to me from game
Mhm.
2 to game 3. Wiggins and Caruso did not have the games they had in game 2, right? Remember, because Wiggins came in and hit a lot of threes. Caruso played great in game 2, but then Hornerstein only played 18 minutes last night. Are you kidding
Mhm.
me? Like, what are you doing, bro? And so OKC's stubbornness as a coach, his overthinking as the coach, he's gonna get this team beat.
Mhm.
Hornerstein played 18 minutes last night. Are you kidding me? Wow.
I
You
don't
can't make this
understand
shit up,
why, for
bro.
the life of me, bro, that he's not playing. Because I was sitting there when
Yeah.
I was doing the game last time. I'm like, okay, you can tell this is your first time in the moment, and then at the same time, are you
Hmm.
too cocky in your, or is your arrogance as a coach is getting in your own way? If
Right,
I'm
right, right.
Hartenstein, I can see the face of Hartenstein on from the bench. I'm just like, he just got
So
that.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Last point, bro, I promise.
Go ahead.
Hornerstein in the regular season was averaging 27.9 minutes a game. Do you guys know in these finals, he's now been averaging 20 minutes a game? What the hell is going on?
Uh,
Wow. I mean, there
what's
you go,
up,
right
gang?
there.
Hey, salute. Y'all cooking over here, boy. And let me tell
Fuji.
you something. I've seen this time and time again against a better opponent, so they say, in Denver. They let two games go. They're going to be all right. Now, I do agree with y'all as far as the coaching point. This is first time, but I think OKC still going to be able to put it out. OKC beat themselves because of turnovers. Them bonehead ass turnovers, the inbounds. Come on, bro.
They're
That's
not making their
fundamental
free throws in the
basketball.
second half too.
And
They
that
were
that
bad
that
from
been
free throws.
that been their Achilles heel the whole time.
Yeah.
That been their Achilles heel the whole time. So what I'm saying is we seen this rerun, we seen this replay over and over and over. So I just want to see how they're gonna respond in game four. Once they come out in game four and respond, which I know they will, I think it's all about money. The NBA's the hit a backlash about these who has playoffs the last couple of years, how easy it's been, how non-physical it's been. This the physical I haven't seen them play all night. Both of them they letting them play, not just on OKC side, but on Indiana Pacers side too. So I think it's all about the money because they know right now this shit can't go 4-1, 4-0. 6-8. They trying to this shit for much as this work. They got people on the edge of their seat. Oh, Indiana do got a shot. Yeah, and they fucking ass like Sanford and Son said on Harlem. Now you think he got a shot? Yeah, in his ass. Either you getting a technical shot, you got to be a fucking believer, dog. I Shay last night, bro. He was being aggressive. He was getting to his spots. They just weren't giving him the calls. Now, that's the first game in Indiana. We seen that the first game in Denver. You got all the calls. We seen that in Minnesota. You got all the calls in OKC. Then when you go to Minnesota for game 3 and 4, you don't get no calls. So they gonna make adjustments. Now, if they just happen to go in game 4 and still have that same mentality, yeah, they will get beat because Indiana's not no slouch ass team. And I do
Right.
like the way they constructed championship pedigree on the coaching staff. Point blank, period. All that's understandable. But he can't go out there and play that shit. The other niggas don't have championship experience. Obi Toppin, Tyler, Halliburton, none of them niggas ain't got no championship experience. But if you look on the other side, though, you got Western Conference experience, you got championship experience. I know Indiana been in the Western Eastern Conference last year, but come on, man, this is brand new to us, bro. I think they want this shit to go at least 6 or 7 games so they could get their money, so they can try to win back the NBA fans with younger team instead of doing it with the old head, like a Curry or the role player of
They're
Durant.
still going. They're still talking about them to this day. It's just like, for instance, let me give y'all an example. Right, Stephen A. gave his top five. Y'all mind you, y'all know I don't rank players. I don't get into that
Yeah,
crap.
I feel
So,
that. You good
but
with that? Go ahead.
he gave him his top five point guards of all time. He said Magic Johnson, Stephen Curry, and then he said Isaiah Thomas, and then he said Jason Kidd, then he said Chris Paul. Now my thing is this: Steph is not a point guard. Period. He's just not. The reason why I say he's not a point guard, he's a scoring guard. Just like Shea. Shea is a shooting guard that happens to play the point guard. I don't consider him a point guard. Then at the end of the segment, always got somebody that got to bring, Jay Reid from Akron. So Jay Reid is a point guard. Magic say he's a point forward. He's a point forward. And even Magic even sat there say, okay, you got best of all time. You got Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's what he said. That's his opinion. Okay, fine. Okay, I don't give a care about all that because ESPN, we already know people like me. I've been owning y'all for years. Y'all been changing the script when it comes down to this dude. I told y'all I got some stuff for y'all waiting for y'all, but we just gonna show some respect to these players that's playing right now. Because part 2 of my killing spree on this, you don't have a bag. Oh yeah, I got something for you, and I got everything in front of me, just to let it go. I'm serious. Y'all don't want to play this game with me. Stop mentioning this man's name. This man don't deserve to be in the conversation. I'm talking about everybody. Somebody got to echo. All right. Go ahead, Trey. What's up?
Is it me?
Yeah, that's you.
Let me go out and come back in, big bro.
All right.
Hey, this the whole thing I understand too. Why everybody's so stuck on trying to make it a deal? Because one thing I noticed what you said, a lot of people masquerading as number ones as point guards, which is really a shooting guard. And then when the dude can't get it done, because that goes to show you they're not built like us. I can't just say they're not like us. You can't put them in the same spotlight. But y'all want to put them over the dudes who did it the right way. Y'all want to put them over the teams who built their team the right way, 1 through 5. All this position, this basketball shit, bro, that shit for the birds, and everybody know it. It's only narratives that they be pushing just so they can have something to talk about like they know they talking basketball. But if we all know the deal, a point guard gets you in your spots. A point guard gets you better open looks. A shooting guard that's procrastinating as point guard ain't getting nobody nothing. They only attacking the basket and looking for their points. You know, they're going to get in the paint and they're going to do what Shea do. They're going to do what Paul George or James Harden do. They're underarm trying to draw the foul or step back 3. That's not real fundamental basketball to me, dog. So I just don't understand why we try to make it seem like this league is so much better than the past eras when they did it the right way for better their team 1 through 5. If they went back to traditional 5s and 4s, like Mads just brought up a good point. Hartenstein played 27 minutes to be a key contributor to 6 to 8 wins in the season. You picked him up for a reason because that was a need and not a want. But you don't play the man in crucial moments in the fucking finals when y'all know y'all need that height and size. That's bullshit, man. That comes from coaching. And I had a feeling this coaching shit was gonna come now to executions and X's and O's. But right now, Rick Carlisle is really out coaching him. It's not that the team not performing. It's that the dude over here ain't going with the right pieces to get them over the hump. Because OKC could easily beat this team, y'all. I'm just being honest. They showed you this time and time again. And I've been saying this the last 3 rounds.
They keep it close, though. That's the type of game that Indiana want. They want the close game. I was just talking about it yesterday. If you keep it close, these are the games they've been pulling out. Rick Carlisle, just like Isaiah Thomas said, he's running a 1990 offense on their ass. They ain't never seen that.
I'm glad you brought that up, Trey.
Isaiah Thomas told him, he said, look, one, y'all don't play defense like aggressively enough. And then they running an offense that you guys not used to. They not playing this day and age basketball. They playing 1990s on you. You don't know what that's about.
My thing is this.
That's a good point, though, Trey. I like how you brought that up. But look at you, slick old devil, you.
My thing is this.
Look, we always complain about everybody plays the same way. Rick Carlisle said we are not going to 3 for 3 with him all day. Like, he's playing differently. He's running mixtures on him. He knows that that's the better team. He just has to, he's more like, we going to outbox him. We ain't going for no knockout. We going to outbox him. We going to jab here, uppercut there, back up, breathe. Look, watch him. Look, what's open. Like, that's what he's doing. He jabbing and moving.
Yes, he is. And I said this from the beginning. I said, they had the championship. They got the edge in culture. But my thing is this is what I started off with. And shout out to Miles for proving the point that I was making from the beginning. You played the same starting 5, basically. You dig what I'm saying? The whole time playoffs. Then you get to the NBA Finals. I hear Cason Wallace name come. I'm like, why are you starting Cason Wallace for? Why? Hartenstein is not playing. I'm like, what is going on here? Even in the fourth quarter, you need rebounds. You need boards. They out-rebounded y'all last. No, let me look at the stats right here.
You
I know
taking
game
confidence
2, he
away.
got crushed on the glass game 2, and I'm glad you brought that up. This man been in the rotation the whole fucking year. You gonna wait till the last series of the fucking season to go with fucking Wallace?
And you messing with his confidence because you're not giving
Thank
that player a chance
That
to
part.
come back and prove that was just a goddamn fluke. I just had a bad day. Let me back out there. Let me redeem that. With you taking him off, not even letting him redeem that, he like, shit, this nigga ain't got no confidence in me. Like, what the fuck?
That come from young coaching though. That's why he need a
Exactly,
better coach.
That's a rookie like coach mistake because you want to
That's
put
rookie
your player
mistakes.
back out there and let him know, I believe in you. Go do better.
And not only that, this is another point I didn't understand too. Isaiah Joe came in the game last night and hit 2 threes, right? You didn't put him back in the rest of the game no more. You didn't even do it. There's so much thing you could tell that this dude is. They hyping him up. Oh, he's from Stewart, Connecticut, so whatever he's from, he's somewhere in Connecticut. You know how they do it. ESPN's a big hype job, but he's choking. He's choking. Like if I'm telling y'all right now, if he continue to play Hardenstein the way that they doing right now in this series, they losing this finals, man. They losing.
He got to believe in his team again.
You need your 2 bigs out there. Indiana still got their 2 bigs. One thing about, I just said this not too long ago. One thing about Carlisle, even when his bigs is messing up, everything like that, he put them on the bench, and then they come back in the game. He don't
This is the man.
He don't give up on his players.
This the man that beat the big 3. This the man that came up with the system to beat the big 3.
Yeah.
Hold up. He didn't beat the big 3. He beat the role player because that nigga locked him up. Everybody else was eating. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, hey,
The
look, you
role
right.
player
Hey,
ain't
look,
show up.
you right. Look, but he came up with, look, he said, it ain't gonna be no 1. It ain't gonna be no 2. It ain't gonna be no 3. He said, I'm going to put a stop. You start that count after me. That's what you gonna do.
Facts. He beat the role player. Everybody else, Bosh was even eating.
Look,
Like
he the one
everybody,
who
if
put
you
the
look at
stain
it,
on him. He took LeBron out the conversation. LeBron should hate Rick Carlisle. Nigga, you messed my whole legacy up with that motherfucking finals. Had me averaging
Trey, listen to this, Trey. That's why we got that title right there. Jay Reid, you never had a bag. Rick
Yeah.
Carlisle knew this already. D-Wade could get to his spot. D-Wade could play off the ball. Chris Bosh could do the same thing, even though he was limited playing with the role player. But if you would have really let Chris Bosh be the Toronto Chris Bosh with D-Wade, the role player could have had a bad game. I think they still pull that series off. But the fact of the matter is that the role player don't have a fucking bag, and you handicap the whole team by putting those big 3 together. Like you say, we was built top heavy. We couldn't really build our team around maximum pieces. We had to go down to the bottom and get LG eaters. That's your fault. Nigga, stop taking all the fucking money.
You see, you heard what Eddie House said? You heard what Eddie House said, nigga? All I know is you pulled a Houdini in the 4th quarter.
That part.
That nigga said, while you up here keep talking about the help, right? You talking about real role players. Talking about it's our fault. It's 11, 12 other dudes on the court. He said, I know you disappeared. I know you pulled the greatest magic trick in the world and made everybody think you was still there.
Listen, that's only in 4 quarters. Like Stephen A brought up a good point. I almost like it, George Jefferson looking at it.
That boy cut that shit off, bro. You cut that hair off.
You cold for that one. You cold for that one. You hit the nail on the coffin, though. Damn.
That bitch think he's Sherman.
All he gotta do is do the walk, man. All he gotta do is do the strut. He got it.
But Stephen A. Smith said it good. That's the only thing I agree with him on. Sometimes he do say some good part. Like the first 46, 47 minutes, you could go with this guy. But when it comes to clutch jeans, having a bag, you get into your spots like Matt say, what's your go-to move when I stop you from driving to this fucking basket? I try to preach to these young players, these wide ends, whatever you want to call them, stanky fingers, stanky booties.
Yeah. Stanky leg, whatever the dance is.
The dude was in 2007, they shit on his teammates. But you're not winning 66 games by yourself. You're not winning 60 games by yourself. When 2007, you made it to the finals. Go ahead, have it been it.
Can I piggyback off of that? When you said you can go to whole like 46, this is the difference though to me. You can do the same thing with all the other players. This the one thing that you can't do with him. That's the problem. Like you said, in those clutch moments, I can go to whole goddamn 46 with Kobe. I can go to whole 46 with Mike. I can go to whole 46 with a Magic. I can go to whole 46 with a Larry. But they gonna be able to go that last 2 minutes too. That's what separates them from LeBron to me.
All right, I got the stats right here, so y'all dudes better stay away from me. Okay, we gonna break down his career then, right? We're gonna break down it. Okay, we're gonna go 04-05 season, right? That season. Hold on, let me go back. Hold on, let me go back right quick. All right, 03-04. He played 79 games. Right? He averaged 20.9. He was MVP and what he said, MVP and Rookie of the Year, or whatever that NBA
Carmelo Anthony.
And we already know Carmelo should have got that. So let's go to 04-05 season. That's the second season. That's when what? Ding, 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 ding. Rules changes, right? So let's look at the rules changes, right? Oh, this is 2003, his rookie year. Since y'all want to say they changed the rules for Michael Jordan, I read the rules for y'all people before about a month ago. Well, we're going to read them again. We're going to do it in all the J. Reid seasons, okay? This was the rule changes in his rookie year, right? For a 20-second timeout, the official shall instruct the ball to record the 20 seconds and to inform him when the time has expired. If a team calls a 20-second timeout because of his players injured at the expiration of the 20-second timeout limit, play is unable to resume due to that player's injury. A full timeout will be charged to that team and 20-second timeout return. The 24-second shot clock shall remain as when the play was interrupted or reset to 5 seconds, whichever is greater. Anytime on jump balls retained by the offense as a result of a held ball caused by defense. Secondly, his second season, this is a Trump spade card. New rules was introduced to curtail hand checking, clarifying blocking fouls, and called defensive 3 seconds to open up the game. Now let's look at his first two stats, his first two seasons when he was, right? Let me get this off here. They always be showing ads and stuff. Get that up out of here. Nobody want to see that. All right, he averaged 23. He averaged 20.9. The second season, he averaged 20. Then when they start opening up the the rule changes in 04-05, he went to 27.2. Then it goes to 05-06, 31.4, 27.3. But people that have been following you, like I have, I've been knowing about yourself. You are old head too. You always gonna talk somebody an old head. You was already old. J. Reid, you in your 40s, bro. You in the 40s like me. So what are you talking about? They've been helping you your whole entire career. Everything that you got in your career. That first championship that you got, that should have been KD championship. KD was cooking.
Hey, I was just about to say that shit. I'm glad Matt's in here. I had something for Matt's ass, and I want to apologize to you, bro. But when it comes to those two niggas, when it comes to those two niggas right there, I take Anform all day. I take the Slim Reaper, the Tarantula. But say, bro, I had to go back and do my homework on that. I didn't mean to cut y'all teeth right, but this shit is important. Listen, boy, Kevin Durant was shooting 9 for 13 in those finals. That nigga was cooking LeBron stupid ass. And just think about it. LeBron ain't was gonna check that nigga. Durant was hunting that nigga out too. I said, bro, I went back and had to watch all 5 of those games, bro. And I promised to God, that nigga Durant, boy, they should have gave that nigga the face of the league if you're gonna give anybody something. They cheated that dude, dog. That was Kevin Durant ring, dog. I had to watch that shit close. It wasn't just about that second call. Game 3 or game 4, when they was about to go up big and end them bitches too, they called that cheap ass foul on Kevin Durant on D Wade. That dude ain't must touch D Wade, dog. Ain't must touch him, dog. And that shit changed. That nigga had to sit down in that third quarter and going into that fourth. It was, man, Miami just took over, like, for real. That was OKC championship. That's why I think these motherfuckers owe them this year. See, it's all about money and all about viewership and rigging shit for the fans to make them seem like, oh, this is great basketball. Remember when Dallas went up 2-0 on Miami, D Wade came back with that 33 a game and 19-30 free throws a game. They owe the Dallas that shit. Not Dallas got a super team. I mean, LeBron them got that super team, but Dallas built the right way. I'm gonna bust your fucking ass. It's so hard to pick this game right here between OKC and Indiana because both of these teams play the right way. That's what we all been crying about, asked about. But all thing I hear is we got boring finals. But this nigga stacked the deck and could have went 0-4 easily. Because remember, that Tim Duncan, when he got pulled out of the game, God, that was 0-4 written all over that finals. And he ain't had shit to do with that. Just like Trey said, in the clutch, that nigga was bricking and turning the fucking ball over. That's why they was in the situation. I don't know why they cheated OKC, dog. They should have gave that shit to Kevin Durant, bro.
I can tell you why they cheated him. Because y'all got to understand, and you already know this too, James. This is why they cheated. This is why I never disrespected Kevin Durant, other than sometimes that haircut. He run from a brush. I always said KD was better than LeBron to me. I always said that because shout out to the homie, to that subscriber that made that video. That made me go back and watch it. I'm like, man, let me go back and watch 2012 finals, man. I watched that. I was like, man, KD and them got robbed. Because y'all remember in game 2 when he got fouled, he grabbed Russell Westbrook hand and arm. The referee standing right there, clear as day. Clear as day.
He got fouled 3 times on one play. How you not make that call, bro?
Yep.
This nigga got fouled like 3-4 times on one play, dog. That shit broke me down. I said, dog, I knew they was cheating for this bitch. I know I ain't like this nigga Caesar looking ass for some reason playing at the age looking ass.
This is why the investment, because listen, they've been hyping this dude up since he was in the 9th grade. I lived in the Midwest at the time, and I used to see all his little games and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I don't see nothing special about this dude. I never rooted for Jay Reid. I never, and never, and never, and never, and never. I ain't never rooted for that dude because I know, man, they've been cheating for this dude his whole career, bro.
The nigga who really is the face of the league is in a tug of war between Adidas and Nike. You got to go to your mom, you got to talk to this, you got to talk to that. And John said he wanted to sign with Adidas. That came out his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So when you got decisions like that, bro, you just can't make them all on your own. And that's what I think LeBron be doing, a role player. This nigga think his IQ is so fucking smart. Listen to how dumb he be sounding. Just listen to him, bro. You can't sit here and tell me this dude know how to read or know how to comprehend anything. Have a decent conversation with anybody.
I got one for you.
Damn, he said this dude know how to read. He said this nigga know how to read.
Teleprompter, dog, and y'all know it, bro. Stop it.
Hey, James, I said that yesterday. Bro.
They tell that nigga what to say.
I'm gonna say this. LeBron is
y'all hear the latest thing though that happened today though? Y'all ain't hear? See all these clips come out. Shout out to the look. I don't listen. Anything that has Jay Reid name written all over it, I don't watch it. But you know, dudes will be the real people, the real content. Shout out to the content creators, man. And always be sending it to me. You just tell on yourself, bro.
Yes, sir.
You just tell on yourself. You're showing everybody who you are. And
he's his worst enemy, bro. He's his worst enemy.
No pushback.
God, this nigga a fucking asshole, dog. I ain't gonna lie, dog.
Hey, look,
him, bro.
Hey, look, Noya. This how I know it's something going on, right? It's something going on because you ain't stopped this, nigga. The way they said you powdered over them milk and cookies, nigga. Like my nigga Bernie Mac said, the way you was tripping over that ice cream, milk and cookies on that airplane, nigga, hell, what you spending $1 million on your body, $1 billion on your body? Boy, you ain't staying in shape, working out. You up here eating cookies and ice cream like that, boy. You look. We allegedly the juicy juice, nigga. The Lebowski juice.
Bruh. He puts his foot in his mouth. How you gonna say I spent $1 million on my body, but I eat ice cream? That's
Ain't you
processed
up there
sugar,
eating
nigga.
ice cream and cookies, nigga?
Come
Hell
on,
no,
bro.
nigga. You ain't no nigga. No, nigga. No,
That
nigga.
man
You
been
That
ain't.
telling
nigga
on
on that
That's what I'm
himself.
juice. That
saying.
nigga
It don't
juice
make
that nigga
sense,
juice.
bro.
He telling on himself, boy. These stories be leaving
Telling
cracks
on
in the
himself.
game.
Hey, y'all
Nigga
Bro,
hear the
how
talking
many
about $1
latest
times he
million.
done
news?
told on
I'm gonna tell you
himself?
right now. Hey, look, no, I'm not spending $1 million on my body, bro, to be in the best shape to go fuck it off on some cookies and ice cream. Just yeah, fuck it. I spent this money. Ooh, I'm a man, nigga. They said you do that shit all the time, nigga. Hell no.
Hey, but what the newest lie though is came out though the video was saying that it's him, Steve Nash. They say your sis goes down. Yeah, your role players, we got to keep them engaged. They do all the little things and they do all the things, but at the same time, we got to make sure they ready to shoot the basketball and all this stuff when it's time. So the role players they can lose you some games. Man, everybody been paid off for saying that crap, bro, about you, bro. This is getting old, Jay Reed. You in
T
your
right.
40s. You
T
not no
right. What?
spring chicken. You not Martin Luther King. You
What?
not hold on. You not Malcolm X. You not no black activist. You
This
not none of
nigga
these
ain't Miss
things.
You
James
ain't
Evans,
Muhammad Ali.
man.
You ain't
Fuck out of
You
Muhammad
here.
not.
Ali.
This
You
nigga
do
not even
not.
Miss James
Thank you.
Evans, bro.
You're not even Muhammad Ali.
Yes. I
You
hate
are
that one,
not. You are not a black activist. That
man.
fake Trayvon Martin stuff just to get your name out there. We ain't never seen you in the trenches out there walking around like Martin Luther King and them people. We shall
Faking pizza parties
overcome.
on
We ain't
niggas.
never seen you. We ain't never seen you. But ain't no party like a Diddy party, huh?
Fuck that pizza party. We went to that Diddy party though.
Hey, but the rules keep on giving. Check this out, y'all. So we gonna go to that was 0506, right? 0506. Teams will be able to carry a 13-man roster. Although this is all Jay Reid's career, since y'all always say that they changed the rules for Mike. Man, they changed the rules since the beginning of time, back to the 46, all the way down to the present, and it gets
The
even
Will
sicker.
Chamberlain, yeah, Will Chamberlain. They changed the rules on him, like he said. When they changed, like he told Mike,
Yeah.
when they changed the rules of the game for you, Mike, then you call yourself the GOAT.
But let's keep on going. The head coach may request a 20-second timeout, and then it's talk about a free substitution is permitted during all 20 seconds timeouts. Then it says a clear path foul basket that a team is fouled awarded 2 free throws, attempt, and ball on the sideline. Then it goes on to man, it's a lot of stuff. Then they talk about the flagrant foul. The first four. This is a kicker part. Check this out, y'all. The first 4 seasons, each conference will continue to be given to their 3 division winners, and the team with the next best record. These 4 teams will now be seeded in order of the regular season records. Among other things, the change will ensure this is only 0506, and I
Didn't they
still got
come out with the
confidence
free
in the
movement too in that year, bro? Or did you say that already? You know,
I
like when a
already said
dude,
that.
when a dude trying to cut through the lane, like just a run, but you can bump him. You know, you can. You used to be
I
able to
ain't got.
can bump him. He just don't can run through.
Oh yeah,
You can check him. You got to check him.
Yeah, you can check. You can hit him with the little, a little bit off your route. Look, boom,
Yeah,
nigga,
the
you ain't gonna
little
catch this
put the
ball
little
on your route.
elbow in
Yeah,
his
now
chest.
you gotta give him free movement. Like, don't touch him. You just gotta follow his ass.
Right. That
all right.
part.
Man,
This is
that
the next
shit
one.
poo like a motherfucker, though. Who came up with that rule?
That's
And
what
check
That's
I'm
not
this
saying.
even
out.
Look, somebody who
basketball,
wanted more
bro.
points on the
Come
board.
on, man.
Somebody who wanted more points on the board.
It gets better,
Right, that
y'all. Check
part.
this out. This is
Go ahead, Pete.
0708.
Go ahead.
0708. I'm going all the way down to 2025, right? All the way down. This is man's whole career. So basically he only played 1 year without the old school rules. So everything else in his career has been manufactured, as my boy Will Aleezy will say. He has a manufactured career.
That
But
nigga
anyway,
E40, tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. I
Creative
ain't know what to
player,
call
bro. I
nigga.
told you.
And you know what? He
That
shouldn't be
nigga
Look,
was
mad.
in
look at
He
the
shouldn't be
Defensive Player
mad.
in '99. Y'all
And
remember him? He
T-Rock,
got
before you
lined
continue on
also.
your rules, before you continue on the rules, how they broke down, that really shouldn't be towards the podcasters and the fans on this bag thing. Because if you really want to be honest, that comes from the players, bro. I remember Jason Tatum and Carmelo Anthony specifically talking and laughing and giggling when he said, "Who ain't gonna do the 1v1s in the USA team thing?" And they was like, LeBron,
Nigga be cooking that
because he
nigga.
ain't got no goddamn bag. He was like,
He ain't
LeBron,
got
you don't
no
got no
bag.
moves to do it. He like, LeBron always on the sideline when we do the 1v1 because he ain't got no shaky wop 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 like no one-on-one moves. Nigga, that's your own banana. Well, he wasn't on the banana, but that's your own draft brother, your own friend, letting it be known. Like, keep telling Jason Tatum, I know LeBron didn't do it, huh? And Jason Tatum start laughing like, no, he didn't get, because he ain't got no bag, bro. That's what they mean. That's what that means, bro.
Anyway,
he tried to downplay the bag though.
Yeah, he
Don't
did.
downplay the bag because you ain't got nothing. Then contradict yourself and come right back and say, "Well, what does having a bag mean? When I ain't got no bag if I got 50 billion points."
50
Let's try to be
million
funny about it. Bitch, you ain't get that 50 billion with no because you had a bag, bitch. Stop all that shit, but you try to make it seem like you got it because you got a bag. See what I'm saying? Like it's shit crazy, bro. You got to be remedial not to understand what this nigga saying sometimes. Because if you on the same line frame and language as him, you'll be dumb too. You'll be like, man, what the fuck this nigga just said?
Man,
And then,
you
but
ain't got no
if you
bag.
more
James
educated
Harden
than
got
him,
more
you
40
catch the
point.
shit like we catch.
More
We be
40
catching
point
that fake
games
ass
than
shit.
you, more outbreak games, bro. That's you on the bag sometime. When you got a bag, you outbreak into 50s to 40s. James Harden in front of you, bro. Like Kobe and Michael Jordan is head and shoulders above the league when it comes to 40s and all that 50-point games. Like that lets you know what type of bag you got.
Hey, did y'all see Luka up in there? That nigga was just sitting there. He didn't even want to be there. His people made him be in that conversation. That nigga
Luka
wasn't
like, what the hell I'm doing here? I got a hefty bag.
Right.
Hefty
Paper or
six
plastic. Luka said, paper or plastic, nigga. I got any kind of bag you want. Sandwich bag, Ziploc bag, grocery bag, liquor. Luka said this. I didn't never hear about a bag till I came over here. What?
Look, because you know why, Luka? Because you got one. Nobody gonna say
that. Nigga is not about to jump in on no remedial questions that this nigga be trying
that
to
nigga
act like
Luka
he a
like this shit
professional.
don't involve me, nigga. I got one of the biggest
hold
bags
up. Why
on
you
earth.
bringing up a bag? I played with your ass the last 30, 40 games. Boy, you ain't got no bag. So that's why Luka came out and said that shit. I never heard of a
Luka
bag
didn't
till I
want to
came
say
over
nothing
here.
wrong. Luka wanted to tell the truth. Luka wanted to say, well,
blasted his
LeBron, you
ass.
don't
Fuck
got no
that.
bag. You don't got no bag, nigga. I would have said that. You don't got no bag, nigga. Let's be real.
Trey. I'd have said that shit too. I'd have had a sense LeBron, boy, you know
Hey,
you
I
ain't
would
got
have
no
said that.
bag.
Look, I would have laughed and made him feel good about it. Look, man, you ain't got no bag.
Man, that nigga
You got 50 million points, though. It's
He'll took that bottle of wine and went home.
So what else?
T-Price, what would he do? Pick that shit up?
He'll take that bottle of wine and take his ass home.
Like a nigga take his ball at the court.
Immediately called Rob and said, don't extend this nigga.
he like the nigga that never could win, but they using his ball. Now I want to pick him because he's sad. He can take his ball and go home. Give my basketball. Sorry, home. But T, that was 2007?
Yeah, all right, let me just finish this up right quick. Then we can go, because this is all day cooking spree right here.
All right, go ahead. Handle business.
They said the NBA Board of Governors, this is 07-08, approved the officials to instant replay. All flagrant foul penalties, 2 calls, and a player altercation, yada, yada, yada. Okay, all assistants and trainers must remain on the bench. If a team has 2 or 3 full timeouts remaining, when the fourth period reaches the 2-minute mark, one of the timeouts will be charged in the 22nd timeout, and they will retain only 1 full time mark. Therefore, if a team has not yet uses allotted 20-second timeout for the second half, it should have only 2 second timeouts at its disposal. A team will not be given additional 30 seconds should bleeding occur from a wound reopen, which is not the result of additional contact. Let's go to 08-09. Referees are not are allowed to use instant replay to the following scenario. Determine at any point during the game whether a field goal was correctly scored as a 2-point or a 3-point field goal, and for purposes of awarding the correct number of free throws, whether a shooting was fouled while taking a 2 or 3-point attempt. The review will occur at the discretion of the game officials and will be based on conclusion by the crew that cannot be reasonably certain whether the shot has a 2 or 3-pointer. When the game clock malfunctioned during a play concluding with no time remaining on the clock at the end of any quarter or overtime period, the game officials are currently required to reconstruct the timing of play occurring during a clock malfunction, excuse me, the use of replay will enable them to do so with substantially great accuracy. A rule change in regards to too many players on the court, which will take effect beginning Friday, March 27, 2009, be assessed against the offending team, and the non-offending team will have the option of either accepting or nullifying the game action that occurred during the violation. Let's go 09-010. Referees will be permitted to use instant replay in the following situations: determine at any point during the game whether a 24-second shot clock violation appeared prior to the release of successful field goal attempt or prior to a foul being committed. To determine the last 2 minutes of regulation and the last 2 minutes of any overtime period, which player last touched the ball prior to going out of bounds, or whether the ball was last touched simultaneously by 2 opponents. Now, we've seen that so many times where instant replay, I've seen it where instant replay in the NBA that clearly go off one player and it always end up benefiting you, Jay Reid. But let's keep on going. Instant replay, this is 2010-11 season, the year that you wet the bed. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 8, not 9, not 10. Start being a thing around that time, right? Instant replay may now be used during the last 2 minutes of regulation, the entire duration of any overtime period to determine whether the ball touched the rim and thus whether the shot clock should be adjusted. During the last 2 minutes of regulation and an entire duration of overtime period to determine which of the 2 players on opposing teams caused the ball to become out of bounds. This modification expanded the previous rule to include the entirety of overtime period or just the last 2 minutes of an overtime period. During a replay review of an out-of-bound call to determine whether the ball is out of bounds for purposely adjusting the game clock and shot clock. At any point during the game to determine which player should attempt free throws after a foul occur. At any point during the game, determine where a foul was called. A clear path to the basket foul met all the criteria of a clear path to the basket foul. Horn procedures were changed to incorporate use of warning horns during timeouts and period breaks, including halftime, to speed up the game. Now let's go to 11-012. All 24-second shot clock will be displayed tenths of a second, with less than 5 seconds remaining on the 24-second second shot clock. There's a lot of stuff. Then we go to 2012. Oh, this is one of my favorites, the so-called flagrant rule. They got the first violation 5,000, second violation 5,000, violation 3 10,000, violation 4 15,000, violation 5 30,000. If a player violates the anti-flopping rule 6 times or more, will be subject to discipline that is reasonable under circumstance, including an increased fine and suspicion. The league will announce at a later date and separate the set of penalties for flopping that will apply during the playoffs. And now we just keep on saying this is during the finals, right? 2013 finals, violation 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 30,000. If a player violates the anti-flopper rules 5 times or more, he will be subject to discipline and reasonable under circumstance, including an increased fine or suspension. Now let's go to 2003-14. Man, I'm telling y'all, if y'all go back and look at all this stuff, I brought up that floppy thing because that ain't what you do. And you know what, Jay Reid? Since this is an all-day cookie spree, you're the only superstar that I've seen that ever played the game of basketball that they leave wide open. Let you do that to any of the great ones that I've seen. Even the ones that didn't even win a championship, the dudes that really have a bad, let them shoot that mid-range all day long. They purposely leave you wide open. Purposely. If you can't hit nobody with your little chicken wing, you should have way more offensive fouls that you actually have in your career. You should actually have also more technical fouls than anybody. We already know you protected, homie. You acting like right now you writing yourself, you writing a man's diary because you know your junk is about to come to roast. Everything's gonna come. Everything's coming. Rick Buchanan just came out and just said you got players and coaches thinking that you own something, but ESPN or FS1 don't even want to touch it. But let that have been anybody else in the league. And then not only that, you got people that's in your entourage get busted for PEDs. Tristan Thompson, Kardashian. Was he suspended this year? Or I'm tripping, y'all?
25 games.
25. Not
Yeah.
only that, Max Kellerman, I don't like Max Kellerman because he's a clown. He said some of the stupid stuff, some of the dumbest takes that I ever seen in my life. He loved disrespecting Kobe and all the real dudes that really played the way. That's why I don't
They
have no
all
respect.
do.
That's why I don't have no respect for this dude. But one thing he did say that got him off the air as well, when he's the first person I heard on ESPN said, because he said that because Jay Reid is on PEDs. And not only that, your name, your wife's name, Maverick Carter's name was in the biogenesis. Y'all act like we don't forget about that. And another thing too, during the time in the beginning when you was wetting the bed, they was still talking about Kobe in a higher light than you. Then all of a sudden now I've been asking this question since I've been on YouTube. Name the time and the day and the hour when he passed Kobe. Don't give me this crap that he passed him when he passed him in scoring. He's still behind him in rings. He's still way behind him in defensive stat. He's not even. And some of the defensive stats you got, you shouldn't even been in there. Then you want to talk about, oh yeah, I should have won defensive player of the year in 2013. It went to Marcus Scott. Dude, for really? Shane Battier should have had some of them defensive teams than you. I seen everybody else on that Miami team that was defending, guarding the best player. You never played them. And then all of a sudden you guard D Rose one time and they're gonna call you a stopper. Man, you don't get your dumb self up out of here.
Hey, big bro.
Your whole career has been manufactured, as my boy Lisa say. You're a straight industry plant. And that's the reason. Hold on, I'm gonna let Trey go right now. And that's the main reason I put that up as to start the show off with. Y'all dudes just like y'all fanboys and y'all fangirls is just like Pops from Boondock. Dating a stripper, and then you got your nephews, and he got his nephews trying to convince him that hey, she's a stripper. Granddad sitting there, sitting there tricking all his money
love me. She love me.
Yeah, love me and all this stuff. Then you got a pimp named Slipback come to your front door, and he still didn't want to believe it. And then everybody said at one time,
51,
yes,
ho.
I'm a hoe.
50, 49, 48.
That's why I don't expect Jason Williams. Yeah, you play basketball, but you capping, bro. I don't trust the Morris twins. You are capping. I can't believe y'all said that. Say these dudes need to. Oh, they need to give these dudes incentives and pay them extra money to play an All-Star game. Man, you should want to do it for the fans.
Look, it's all about all these dudes trying to do is get paid for more than what they do now. That's it. They don't care.
It's already getting generational wealth off the dudes that paid the way for these dudes to get paid the way
did you see? Did you see that the Dwight Howard and Mario Chalmers interview?
Yeah.
And look, all this time, remember, they made it seem like the White wanted more money or something, like the money was the problem, remember, and all that. But the White said it right there when he was like, when they asked Mario Chalmers about the stop acting like a bitch, man, and just play defense. And LeBron he said, I know you ain't lying. He said, because that's just why I wasn't back with the Lakers. He said, because it was something on defense. And I'm like, man, get back, man. Stop acting like a bitch. And he was like, I was gone.
He's the only NBA player that I see. Now, name a GOAT. Now, everybody's favorite players, even the players back in the day, you don't see them have a compilation of giving up on defense, flopping. You got a compilation of flopping. You got a compilation of complaining. It's nothing about basketball. You want to talk about Draymond? You got a lot of players. Man, there's so many compilations of you just quitting on your team. They got a compilation of you traveling the basketball. You don't have that with no other great other players but you, sir. I don't. You can look up anybody else's stuff. They don't. If they make a compilation, it ain't got a lot of views on it. But yours got a lot of them. You the only superstar I've seen that get all this praise and nonsense for nothing, and you've been the same player. You don't have no bag. You don't. Every team that you played for in your career, y'all was up there and led the league in shot attempts. It doesn't happen when he played with the Lakers. It happened his whole career. Y'all gotta look this stuff up yourself. Y'all gotta stop this nonsense, man. What is wrong with y'all, man? Like, what is wrong with you? Y'all can't see this? Y'all really got the media really got y'all that dumbass brainwashed? This dude is not who he say he is, bro. And
They're just brainwashed.
how can a man answer me this? How can a man gain 9 pounds in a basketball game? 9 pounds. He go on hiatus. Every year he go on a hiatus. Every year. It's like clockwork.
Say, bro, it's come a time. One thing that hit home when you said the flopping. Remember they said it was gonna be finding people for flopping. Thought this dude do the most flopping that I ever seen, dog, and that nigga don't never get fined.
Never
That Jason Tatum elbow, boy, that nigga know he could have won an Oscar, got a Grammy for that thing. Like it's so many times, excuse me, that people get tired of saying the same old, same old, same old. It's like getting burnt out or something. You're gonna get tired of eating the same food. So you're gonna want to switch up. You're gonna get tired of doing the same shit. You're gonna want to find something to do new, like do something new. So you ain't gonna always do the same shit. You're gonna always want to elevate it and expand your growth. This nigga just in a box, in a cup. Like that's the far as it goes. He ain't got no movement, so he manipulate the system. He manipulate the way he play. Oh, I make the right basketball play. So when you talk like that, you really talking so the fans can make it seem like, oh, he know what he talking about. But if you really know basketball, that nigga don't know what the fuck you talking about. Anybody can say that shit. But the ghost ain't gonna say, I'm about to make the right basketball play. I'm gonna play the right way. Especially when the motherfucking rubber need to meet the road. It's certain killers in this game that you gotta know that is not about to play with their food. And you got pretenders that play with their food. Oh, you can have some. I ain't gonna eat all of it. You want my string beans? You want half of my cornbread? Them type niggas. Man, I'm eating all that. I ain't giving your ass nothing, nigga. Get it out the mud. And these niggas been handed silver spooned. So when you take all these rules that you've been reading since 2003, 2007, wherever you started from, that's the difference. You making it much easier for these dudes to score. Less resistance on defense. The lanes be so wide open, you could drive 2 18-wheelers through the motherfuckers. You could literally sit 2 18-wheelers side by side and drive up the middle of the basketball court. That's how wide the lanes be open. That's not traditional basketball. Like you supposed to have some type of resistance and pride in what you do. Because you have to play both sides. It's just not considered on one side of the ball. And all these dudes over here talk about one side of the ball in this era. I don't give a damn what it is. And that's bad for business because now you promoting bad fucking meat. You got that bad meat up in that motherfucker in that store and you trying to sell it. And you trying to sell certain people the good meat, but shit, I ain't never seen him before. This is the first time I'm in here giving the bad meat. But your production always supposed to be at the same level and try to elevate so you can build your clientele, you build your growth, whatever you're doing. This dude, like you said, is so manufactured. It comes to a time like when the first 7 years came, I wasn't hating on him. When I seen him in high school in that slam dunk contest, I was like, man, what the hype is about? Man, I seen niggas do way better dunks than that. Them niggas locked up in Angola, man. Nigga was basketball stars, but they got on that dope and made the wrong decisions. Nigga ain't wind up in that fucking real state penitentiary, Angola bound. They ain't never coming home. Niggas that can run that bitch, throw that bitch, shoot that bitch, dunk that bitch, hit that bitch, whatever you want, dog. I've been around too much. Man, where you think Marshall Funk from?
James. I seen it too when I was locked up in Louisiana, man. I
Dog,
met some
that
dudes.
nigga ain't shit, dog.
I met some dudes, man, and I remember here. I ain't gonna say their names. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of them is out, and shout out to the ones that's able to get out. You know what I'm saying? I know some ain't gonna never get out. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that I did met, man, there's like, man, I had a scholarship, scholarship. I'm like, man, like this dude be in the league, but
Hell yeah, dog.
they just
And
messed up.
that's they attacked our area just so they could push and propagate and make propagandas about niggas like him. False narratives. So he supposed to be the end all be all for the new generation. First of all, if you listen to him talk when they asked him about that Daryl Moore and that China shit, come on, dog. Come on. When they asked him about what the book is like, you read the Malcolm X book? Yeah, he was a great man. Yeah, he was a great man. Nigga, what? Boy, you didn't read shit about that book. But you want niggas to think you smart. You 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps ahead, but really you 10 steps behind a nigga. They just pushing you in a nigga face, and I'm glad a lot of niggas, Groovy, Z93, man, niggas is waking up to this bullshit. And niggas is starting to expose this cat. And see, you know one thing. When you retire, that's when everything gonna hit. That's when everything gonna come out. Boy, they gonna be dragging your ass through the mud because now you ain't got nothing to give them. Whether you
That's
a
why he's doing
billionaire,
all this flunkery stuff that he's bringing out now. He's bringing out nonsense. But I said it on Ticket Channel back then when he came out with Chanel Sona, the allegations and everything. You got fans that still ain't gonna believe that stuff, bro. Lenny was supposed to be that
how you ain't
dude.
gonna believe it when it's right there in your face and he ain't not trying to dispute it? First of all, niggas always say you can sign for defamation. Nigga, if you dragging my name through the mud, you got your wife. You got to get up there and say it. I never cheated the game. He's the king respectfully. Nigga, respectfully, man. Shut your little old them looking ass up, man. Nobody want to hear all that shit. Nigga, you supposed to say that you married to this nigga. You ain't dribble the fucking basketball a day in your life, probably. You don't know nothing about no pick and roll, how to shoot that bitch, spread your finger, snap your wrist. Stop it, man. Let me hear about somebody that really know about basketball and critique this bum ass nigga. Cause I say that's why I call this nigga a fucking role player. You gotta go play with other superstars and you gotta play a role just so they can carry your bum ass to the fucking championship and win that bitch.
And then then they always want to say this, right? Then they want to sit there and say he led in every statistical category. Well, I seen Anthony Davis did the same thing in the bubble, except assist. And they didn't give him the MVP. They gave it to Jay Reid. I'd have seen it this past summer.
Man, they
They
robbed
gave him,
Anthony Davis.
and then and then Anthony Davis don't feel like a dummy. He should feel like a dummy because you was in cahoots with getting Darvin Ham fired. Darvin Ham was sitting there. I told y'all what he was gonna do to the Lakers. I got dudes that's from Lions Den basketball that let y'all. I'm gonna make a point right here. I'm not mentioning nobody's name, but this is factual information. Everybody in Lions Den basketball community, they don't get along. They don't get along. Some of us don't get along, but majority of us show respect. But the real ones, they support each other no matter what. You got some dudes mad at me because I sat there and said the truth. I sat there and told the truth about what this dude was going to do to the Lakers. I sat there and told everybody, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. He's a fake Laker fan. He ain't like us. Amazing everything that I said came to fruition, and y'all still don't want to give me my card and credit on. That's fine. It's been put in your face, and I guarantee you this is going to happen. They're gonna find some kind of way to draft Bryce so he can play both with both of his sons.
No, but we seen that shit already though. And Bryce ain't that colder than Brian. All them niggas shit water. So why is you promoting shit water to the company? Why is you promote shit water shit to the fans? Nobody don't want to see that shit. Nigga, you better play with Al Sharpton this year. Fuck. That nigga was in G League, back up. G League, back up. They brought you out just so they could get that little moment in the game one and all that. Yeah, that looked good. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? But fuck that, man. Now let's get back to playing fucking basketball. All this Hollywood storyline, rewrote shit. Man, come on, man. Write that shit over there. Cause that shit whack. Nigga don't want to see no fucking Romeo and Juliet. We want to see motherfucking 300 Spartans. You see what I'm saying? Like, bitch, get out the way. Look at the commissioner, dog. Nigga like that nigga can't even lift a fucking cheese stick, let alone a fucking barbell.
You talking about
That
Roger?
nigga ain't.
Talking about Roger from American Dad? He look like Roger from American Dad ass
Man,
nigga.
this nigga should have been fired, man. This bad product, this nigga giving us great value for crap
Hey, that's a
and
good point,
Velveeta.
Nate. That's a good point, Nate. We already know Lenny was better than that. I knew Lenny was that dude. I know about Lenny
Yeah,
before I
Linda
heard
was
about
way
Jay
better
Reed.
than that nigga.
But they
Dog,
had
what happened to him? I heard they did that just so they could promote this bum ass nigga, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
because I remember when they got drafted, they were supposed to play against each other. He found out when he get to the game that they didn't even play the dude. They didn't even play him in the camp, in the summer league camp. They didn't even play him at all. One of my favorite movies, I said it yesterday, I'll keep on saying, Cameron had, and y'all can still watch it for free here on YouTube, Killer Season. When he went in there to his drug dealer and he told his drug dealer he was gonna go to the NBA, and his drug dealer looked at him and was like, "Man, you think you're going to the NBA, man? Man, you ain't going to no NBA, man. They pick niggas for that." And it got me thinking. I remember when it first came out, when that movie first came out, I was sitting there like, so they chose this dude because we know Kobe had his case. We knew so. Kobe was in all the commercials, the sprites and everything. And then another thing y'all need to stop doing too. But y'all ain't gonna stop doing it. Y'all still want to talk about Michael Jordan's kids. Y'all want to talk about Kobe Bryant, his rape case, and even though he got acquitted for it, y'all still calling him rape. Y'all can say all these things. It's coming. That man's time is coming. You ain't gonna sit there and disrespect all the other great ones and don't think you ain't gonna be touched. You can't do that. You just
Boy,
can't
this
do that.
nigga got skeletons in the closet, and you see they already took the fucking protection off that nigga. It's really murky season on this nigga, dog. The whole media starting to keep it real a little bit. Like they never criticize this nigga. I sometimes I'll be listening to Kendrick Perkins, I'll be like, damn, this nigga really trying to keep it real. Then Steven Smith always try to bury this nigga. I got clips of this nigga saying he not like that, he not Jordan, but now all of a sudden he number two. He number two. He the greatest. He in the top three, top five. How? First of all,
He ain't no
longevity.
ambassador either for basketball either. Let's just get this away. He ain't no greater darn of basketball. He ain't done nothing for the
You
league.
seen that boy handles?
Man,
Come on, bro. Let's keep it real, dog. Damon Stoudemire, Kevin Johnson, Mookie Blaylock, Muggsy Bogues. I could
man, I
name
got
at
one
least
better for
fucking
you.
40 fucking
Hold
point
on,
guards
James.
got better handles, maybe 50 better real ball handling skills at the PG. And they ain't playing no point forward. They ain't playing no shooting guard / point guard like you said, because all these niggas is shooting guards pretending to be fucking point guard. That's why when you need them at the end, they ain't got no fucking legs because they on the fucking ball too much. Play your fucking position, two guard. Get a fucking point guard in there. Run some real fucking sets. Spell them dudes out and make them niggas work on their fucking game, dog.
I got two of them for you, James. Now I could name some old school players. Check this out. Rest in peace to Anthony Mason. Anthony Mason had better handles than him.
I used to
Lamar
like.
Odom.
I used to like Amen.
And I give you another one. Used to play for the Bulls, the Croatian assassin. Tony Kukoc had better handles than him. Lamar Odom had better handles than him.
Well,
We
you know
gonna
what I
keep
mean?
it up.
If we doing it like that, I was just trying to stay at the point
No, I'm
guard now.
doing no. I'm doing
I'm
big
just
dudes
saying,
with
I think
basketball.
if that's the case, I got way more niggas than that.
Let's
I
go,
think LeBron would probably be out the league if it was coming in handles. I'm just being honest.
man.
So
I'm
they
talking
always
about
want to
big
talk about
dudes
a
with
bag. A
basketball.
bag is having handles too, though. Sometimes you got to have handles to get to your spot. You just can't bulldoze a nigga and use that chicken wing all the fucking time. Where your fucking ball handling skill? I remember that nigga trying to go between his legs like he was doing so that shit. I was like, well, this nigga here look so whack, bro. He's so stiff, RoboCop looking there. Go ahead, dog.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just naming some big men. We ain't getting to the all-time killers. I'm talking about big dudes that can handle that ball. I just named three of them. Name somebody that's better than it, and JV ain't got handlers compared to them two. Y'all can't talk about Tony Kukoc wasn't nothing. He won 3 chips, and he
No,
was a rookie, and he
yeah,
was rookie of the year,
he played his role too. He hit
and he
big
could have
shots.
had a bigger role, and he could have had a bigger role with the Bulls if they really wanted him to.
They should
But
have kept their team together, like John said. Man, let us lose before you break this up. I know if they wouldn't have broke that team up, John, you would have seen a better John. Because think about it. Jordan, he was going down at that time, but Jordan knew how to manipulate the game. Like he had strength to get wherever he wanted to get, whether it was to the fadeaway, to the straight jab, and go up, and because he knew he had that mid range on lock. It was hard to check a nigga like that when the nigga barely fucking missed, dog. Nigga shoot down to 50% on fadeaway. This ain't his rookie year where he's flying in there, and always getting to the basket using his athletic ability. He learned the game to another way. That's what made Kobe like gravitate to that nigga. So Kobe was like, God damn, every chance Kobe got, thought that nigga was in Jordan fucking ear. Who fucking ear LeBron in? Now this nigga went to Elijah Wine camp and footwork still shit water. Dog, you see this nigga? Dog, I heard Elijah Wine charge niggas bread to go over there, fuck with that nigga, to get on that block and let him show you whatever. And that's more than right, nigga. I'm a legend, nigga. You got the bread, you gonna blow it on $100,000 and 100 bonds and go make it rain in the club anyway. So get that shit to me, nigga. Fuck. You know how the game is right now. It's fucked up. But if you won't learn, I got a class for you. This is my price. If you won't pay it, I'm gonna teach to you. Those niggas went over there. They got photos of him over there like he knew what he doing with them steel toe boots on. That nigga come back still footwork trash. Shit water. I'm like, man, what the fuck you go over there fucking with that man for? I felt like Reid on fucking Friday. You want something
even worse next year, James? Because guess who's going to be in the rotation next year for the Lakers?
I already know.
It's going to get worse. It's about to look.
Don King the third.
And this and people want to get mad, y'all can't. This is one thing about me. I don't care if you don't like the truth. Y'all dudes don't mess with me. Y'all go all these y'all go to support everybody else, but y'all never come over here to my channel and bring that same energy. You hide your hand, and then when we do be on the same platforms and stuff like that, you want to act like y'all don't want to act like that. I'm not there. Don't even know who I am. You just exposing yourself what I've been exposed about y'all anyway. So,
but see, they already know we always live over here. We be hoping niggas come up in here on that dumb shit. Boy, we got ammo for days when it comes to this fucking role player. And he only making it easy because he be opening it. Dog. Who want themselves being in the media like that much? You won't be seen because your game ain't doing it for you. So now you trying to talk it like you know what you're doing, and why you trying to define why you wasn't winning and all this. Dog, you had a better team happen more of the time, especially before you even went to Miami, dog. That's counterweights. Dog, that 2009, 2010, dog. Kobe ain't had no better team than that in no fucking 2008 when he beat them fucking same people. That team that Kobe had in 2009 was just as similar. Them dudes won 66 games, dog. You don't win fucking 66 games with no fucking trash ass team, man. Them dudes was top 3 in 3-pointers. Them dudes was top 5, top 3 in defense. Them dudes was locking up, man. Stop playing with them dude. Even in 2007, man, that defense. Go look at that fucking shoot percentage. Man, the boy had the Spurs out there barely breathing. It was hard for them niggas to breathe out there. That nigga ain't sure. They lost by 1, 3, 9, and 11. Though you can't get 2 of those games, the 1 and the 3. Your average went down from 27 to 22. If you hit your average in that 1 and that 3 game, that's 2 games right there. You win. You ain't had no bag then. You was shooting bricks. Nigga, you was knocking down buildings, nigga. Stop it, man. And when the Spurs put that wall on your ass, and they let you shoot all them threes and them jump shots, the middies, and then they know you couldn't fucking shoot. That's why outside of 3 feet, you shoot 33, 35, 37. Like that shit, ooh, boy. If a nigga stop you from getting to the basket, boy, you dead. Listen, my thing is, if he got it going, he ain't gonna always be off. Cool, I done seen him light people up like the Detroit. Like Boston, but that's like very seldomly. That's 2 games I done named since I done seen this nigga been playing. I've been John do this shit damn near deadly, man. Kobe was doing this shit in his fucking sleep, man. Elijah Wine was doing this shit in his sleep, man. Like, come on, man. If you look at the real champions and how they got their ring, so them 2 rings that nigga got, and in Miami, come on, bro. We already knew that shit was manufactured. They robbed KD, and somebody told Spurs Greg Popovich take Tim Duncan out the game. Because why would you take this nigga out the game? Then I never seen Manu and Kawhi miss 2 fucking free throws. Now, mind you, I know Kawhi was young, but fuck all that, man. When you was checking in the game, that nigga was scared to death. That nigga was like, "Oh shit, this nigga come here, like here come
I'm
Debo."
glad you mentioned Ginobili, because if you look at that whole playoff series that the Spurs went on before they got to the finals, Ginobili was going crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy about it.
He
Dog,
was
when I
going
break
crazy.
this
The
shit
OG
down to
told me
you,
about
dog.
this, James. You know, I tell this story a lot of times, bro. I never forget the OG was like, "Hey, man," he called me. He's like, "Man, before these NBA finals start, Ginobili got that phone call, man." I was like, "He got that phone call."
Well, I
He said,
believe that shit, dog. I swear to God, you
"I
can't
do
tell
too."
me. Remember that post Jalen Ramsey put up?
Mm-hmm.
They were smacking New England, dog, 24-10. But dog, I thought that team about to do something. Leonard Fournette told that bitch and Louisiana prospects ain't all 2 blocks from my fucking house, big dog shit. Or we produce monsters, boy. I don't give a fuck. Don't play no fucking games. You come down here, bitch, you better have your hard hat and your fucking boots on ready to go down. But get what? Whether it's sports, playing in a band, ribbon, cutting hair, nigga, tying shoes, brushing teeth. Yeah, bitch, we compete, boy. You tripping. We put our pants on just like anybody else, you feel me? So when Jalen Ramsey posted that tweet, man, the people came in the locker room and told him, man, look, man, Tom Brady face the lead, man. Y'all gotta back up, man. Y'all on this nigga helm, but nigga, yeah, nigga, we trying to win too. Fuck y'all niggas. I'm from the fucking Florida Project. Nigga, I wish a bitch would have came up in there talking about, yeah, we gotta let them win. But let who win? Maybe get some stupid ass up out of here. I'm telling you, bitch, we trying to win too before we put cheeks in your motherfucking ass. If we stood big, man. We stood on business, dog. All that selling out, all that letting them win. Nigga knowing fucking D, man. We ain't come up like that and y'all fucking know it. So why we letting this shit slide? Oh, that's my partner. That's my AAU boy. So y'all want to just rig up the league? Look at every time this nigga got a fucking superstar player, how that team got that #1 draft pick. Look how they built that shit. Cleveland getting 3 out of 4 years draft pick. They built that shit for that dude to go back over there to try to redeem himself. And look how that shit set up. It was all perfectly planned, like Real said, dog. That shit be manufactured, and this shit be right in the nigga face, and you be like, man, hold up, man, something ain't fucking right. This shit fucking watered down like that, man, and that's when you lose the viewership. That's when people start to catch on to that shit. Oh, fuck all that favorite player shit, man. This is a combat sport, dog. We out here to beat a nigga ass, nigga. I hit you with an elbow, whatever. I don't mean to do it, but we playing physical. I gotta stand my fucking ground. You understand how I fucking go? But y'all done soften this shit up, open the lanes up, and dog, we got bad product, bro. That's like selling bad meat. Where you getting your fucking meat from? Where you getting your hogs from? What
The
you
grocery
hunting in
outlet.
West Nile some fucking well? You ain't hunting in America, nigga. Cause I shit clean over here. You gotta clean that shit, man. You selling people bad meat and shit, all that dirt ass fat, cheese ass grease. Come on, man. And it's bad, bro. It's getting bad. That's why I'm enjoying the fucking
Hey, did
Thunder.
y'all peep the finals though? Do y'all peep that
I
they
was just
best
about to
players,
bring that shit up.
Shea Gilgeous
That's why
Alexander
I'm
and
in.
Tyrese Halliburton? Who is that? What nationality is their girlfriends and their wives?
I don't fucking know, real, because you know you be on that type of shit. But that's
Bro,
why
they
I
both
was
got
about to.
Caucasian women, bro. Look at football. When we go, who they promoting in football? Patrick Mahomes, who is his wife. But he got a black daddy though, but he got a Caucasian, you know what I'm saying, wife. So look at how Joel Embiid won that MVP. He didn't win his MVP, which was deserved a year prior to him winning the one that he won. He should have won the other one over Joker. But he didn't win until what happened? He got a Caucasian woman on his side. Then he won the following year. So you got to look at the writing on the wall, bro. It's way deeper than what we think. It's just this shit is beyond basketball. All of this shit is strategically done. Other than LeBron James and you know what I'm saying, all these other guys, bro, when they tell you who to date, just like Cat Williams said. Look at all the actors. Look at all the actresses. Who do they pair them up with? You know what I'm saying? It's all interracial, like, you know what I mean? So you have to understand, you ain't gonna get success until they tell you exactly what to do, who to put in your corner, who to have this, who to do this. They try to control everything you do. But if you stand on your own two fronts, you get alienated. They like, oh yeah, they start making up stories. How they did with Kobe. Kobe was just he wanted to. I was straight hoop, straight basketball. Nigga, I want to be better than everybody. But then they try to control everything he did, and then they got him caught up with what? An Caucasian woman in Colorado got caught up. That was a plan. You get what I'm saying? Like, and they bailed him out just to say, you know what? Guess what, Kobe? You cannot do this on your own. We have to take control of your career. So after that Colorado shit, then you see Kobe career went to a different strategy. They start promoting that Black Mamba shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and Kobe was trying to sue the pharmaceutical company over the name. Like, you get what I'm saying? Over
He
like,
actually won
and it
it.
wasn't
And
just
he
the
actually
name.
won it.
It was what the medicine. It was what that product and that medicine was doing to your body. It was really breaking your body down. And Kobe had an issue with that. So it's bigger than just, you know what I'm saying? This shit go deep, bro. You gotta like do research and dive into the deep waters. Because you already know what's at the bottom of them deep waters, nigga. It's a treasure chest down there. You feel me? That's the underworld. That's your pot of gold, nigga, at the bottom of the ocean. You wanna find your pot of gold, nigga? There you go.
I don't know, Nate, that Kobe gonna give his respect that he deserved because they never gave it to the man his whole entire career, and they never gave it to him. He's the only superstar that I ever seen that get penalized for playing with a great player. No other great ones get. They do Scotty, they do Michael. Him and Mike go through the same thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But the thing
Yeah.
is, between Kobe and Pippen, Kobe was putting up numbers, man. Like y'all don't understand. Y'all always want to talk about NBA final. NBA finals ain't the all be all. If you go look at the
Right.
stats from the first round all the way to the playoffs, y'all always want to talk about
Mm-hmm.
why he didn't have a good one in his very first year. Jalen Rose hurt him on purpose. If Jalen Rose didn't hurt him on purpose, he would have had a higher he would have had it higher scoring average. But everybody knew at that particular time that lived, they were saying Kobe or Shaq or Shaq and Kobe. Either way, the media planted that. They destroyed them two playing together. What they think they doing to these players now? They've been trying to give y'all nuggets for years about Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. They've been trying to break them two up. Now all of a sudden now you got new ownership.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Yep.
it's so much stuff, but it's right there. I'm just trying to tell y'all this. It's right there in front of y'all face. Y'all sitting there like, I don't know, Shaggy. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know,
They
Shaggy.
did the same. And guess what? It's coming with OKC.
Yes, they're gonna
Jalen
do it with
Williams,
them.
Shea
Yes.
Gilgeous-Alexander. They're gonna break them up, bro. I promise you, they're gonna be
And shout
broken
out
up
to
in the
Shay
next
though.
three to
This ain't
four
no shot
years.
at
They're
Shay.
gonna be broken up, bro. Period.
Sean ain't no shout out to Shay. He looked just like his daddy, y'all. If y'all ain't never seen a picture of his daddy,
His dad. They was interviewing his dad. His dad was showed up somewhere. Oh, they was interviewing Tyrese Halliburton dad and
yeah,
Shea dad together. Yeah,
yeah, he looked
look
just
dead
like
on
his
him.
dad, bro. He
But
looked
but
just
they
like
don't
his
show him though. They put his wife in the
Of
mix because she
course.
Caucasian. You know,
Yeah.
his dad had saggy pants on, a big shirt
Hmm.
on. So he didn't fit that mold, like you know what I'm saying. And then when you
Right.
look at Shay, Shay is a clean cut, like he's well mannered. Got a little feminine, little some of his mannerisms and stuff, like you know what I'm saying. So they didn't want to get it confused. Okay, this is where he comes from. That's why they don't show his dad all the time. But what did he say? He said, "I want to thank my dad." He gave
Mhm.
shout and props out to his dad in his MVP speech. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they never did show his dad until when they had
Yep.
both of the dads together. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because, bro, motherfuckers be too real. If you don't think it's motherfucking hoods and shit in Canada and all that shit, bro, and
Yeah,
motherfuckers come
yeah.
from
Dominant
poverty and
man.
shit
Hoods
like
everywhere,
that, you know what I'm
bro.
saying? In the trenches, nigga. It's the trenches in every motherfucking country, bro. In every motherfucking state, you know what I'm saying? It's you gonna have a trenches. That's just the way that this shit was designed, bro. That's how these governments feed off of the bottom, like you know what I'm saying, off of the poverty. They have to have poverty everywhere. Like you see what I'm saying? That's what keeps the government in power. Like you feel me? They'll never. If we ran our own motherfucking democracy, the people, nigga, we'll be thriving. But That's why they put all these rules and shit in place and all these structural, like, you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's getting crazy out here, bro. I seen this too many times, man. Like the media, they I seen it with Shaq and Kobe, how they sit there and break fake beef and everything. And this is another thing too. I told y'all this a long time ago too. You could sit there and look at that interview they have with just Shaq and Kobe. And Shaq even said the reason why I didn't come, in shape and everything, because I knew I had you. So that right there let y'all know. But y'all and that's real hate that y'all don't really want to give this man no kind of credit. The man, and I noticed all these narratives about Kobe Bryant didn't happen until 2016. In my eyes, I've been seeing this since 2016, but I've been knowing it for way back, even when Kobe started playing with the Los Angeles Lakers. After he got traded to the Lakers, I remember listening to Max Kellerman and what's that other dude's name that he used to host that show with? That was a Clipper fan. He don't work for ESPN no more. The former football player, what's his Marcus Riley. Y'all used to be on ESPN radio. It wasn't even, and I know y'all was on the Clipper radio. Y'all used to blast Kobe Bryant. Used to kill that dude. I'm like, man, I was living in LA at the time. I'm like, what is wrong with these dudes, man? Like, why they hating on this dude this much, bro? Kobe made these people came back and talked to him about him again. He made them. Yeah, that he was made an example of, but at the same time, how come your favorite player, the greatest of all time, couldn't get a gold medal? They didn't even want the dude on the '08 Redeem team because of his
They didn't
attitude.
even want him on the team. Mike Krzyzewski, they didn't even want dude on the team. And we talking about somebody that already had a couple of MVPs up under his belt and was
And not
considered
only
the
that,
best player
Kobe
in the
just lost in the
NBA.
finals. And he
So
just lost in the finals. Kobe just lost to the Celtics in the finals. Just
he just
lost.
lost to the Celtics. Man, what? Come on,
Man,
man.
these people better stay away from me, man.
Come on now. But the cool part about it, though, if you even ask Jordan or anybody, but even the greatest player of all time say, I'm taking Kobe. That was his little brother. He doesn't say that about no other player ever that came across the NBA that he's ever been associated with. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's going to take Kobe. So if the greatest player of all time is saying, yeah, this is my mini me, that just lets you know right there like who he holds in a higher regard as far as basketball, work ethic, determination, will, skill. You feel what I'm saying? All of those factors when we talking about a pure basketball player.
Man,
But like we say, dude, Jay Reid, bro, you a creative player. Let me give you a perfect example in reference to who Jay Reid is. Jay Reid is, remember NBA Live, y'all? Everybody played NBA Live all the way
well,
up
we old enough.
until they changed to NBA 2K on the Dreamcast. But in
Mm-hmm.
NBA Live, who was the equivalent on the Bulls to Michael Jordan? It was called Player, number 99. And his name was Player because of contractual rights that Jordan didn't had. You know what I'm saying? They weren't trying to pay him what he wanted to endorse for him to be on the game. But moving forward, Player 99 is motherfucking LeBron James, because player like 99 was super garbage, didn't have a strong handle, had athleticism, and that's it. Couldn't really shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So player 99, that's you, LeBron. You're player 99, bro. Trash cans, nigga. You a creative player. We got to go into the game and change your stats in order for you to look good, nigga, on the game. Player 99, bro. Creative.
Not only that, let's get into this. Y'all fanboys talking about he scored over 50K, whatever. I ain't know how you get to 40K. I thought he was at 40K, but y'all won't say 50K. Y'all, because this is another thing that they got to add in this
No, they
stuff.
combining. No, they combining the playoffs in the regular season when they say that. That's just
I
not
know
from the
why.
regular season.
I know why, but this is my point though. They had to give this man something, dude. Like this double digit streaks of you getting all these double digit scoring to double figures and all this and that there. and including the playoffs. Like, come on, man. Like, we know this, bro. Like, stop this, man. People, man, Jay Reid, you're not 20, man. You 40, man. However, how old you is, 40, 41, whatever the case, man. You in your 40s, bro. You in your 40s, just like I am. You in your 40s. You as an old head, too. Talking about the old heads need to keep talking. You know you talk about your people, though, too, you big dummy. I don't believe you can read. I don't believe the sweet pickle bus even came to your side. Came to your house. I don't believe Hooked on Phonics came over there to your house either. Because you walking around here like you own somebody, like somebody really want to kiss your behind, and there's never no pushback. None. There's no pushback for this dude. None. Everybody always got to put your name into something. It's just like Shea. Shea can't have his moment. Y'all got to put, and also you got to include LeBron James, back-to-back season, when they won the championships with the Heat, not one, not two at that time, even though you folded like a lawn chair. Man, your whole career is scripted, bro. People see this. Now that everybody predicting that you're going to win a championship next year. Man, I've been hearing this so many times with this dude. I don't care. This dude he has more trades than anybody in anybody. You had 10 coaches, bro. Not one, not two, not three, not one thing you did get right. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, not eight, not nine, not 10. You had 10 coaches, bro. 10. And another thing too, I always see these articles. Right? I just read this article of the coach that was overseas, and they always make it seem like that you were so much that you had a higher IQ than everybody. Man, give Kareem back his basketball, bro. You don't deserve that basketball either. And I don't have no respect for anybody that's gonna sit there and gonna cap for this dude. Everybody that work on ESPN is affiliated with you. Everybody. All the stuff Stephen A. Smith, who look like a black Jimmy the Cricket. Stephen A., cut that shit off, bro. Man, you a grown man, bro. You a grown man. Just like Jay Reid, man. Cut your hair off too, bro. What you wiping? You the only superstar that I see that's wide open. Name a great NBA player that get left wide open all the time. I'll wait. It ain't nobody but you. You the only one that get left wide open. The only one. They just leave you wide open.
And that's sad because when you hear coaches say, "Oh, yeah, our game plan against LeBron and other like fellow, opponents of his," they say, "Yeah, our game plan, we wanted to give LeBron James a jumper because we knew he wasn't really a strong jump shooter." Bro, that nigga is trash. I ain't never heard a nigga who posed to be the GOAT say, "Oh, yeah, we just gonna let him shoot." Unless they were a big man, because we know that big man back in the day couldn't shoot unless you was Akeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Lonzo Mourning, etc. And you know what I'm saying? But let's just keep it 100. You would never have a game plan. You didn't have a game plan for Kobe. Oh, make him take tough shots. Nigga, he practiced those shots. Nigga, those are his best shots. He wants you to make him take a tough shot because he works on those shots. Just like Jordan. What? Oh, make him go left, make him go right. He really don't have a strong handle. Nope, that's wrong. His first step was crazy great. And then after he planted that one left foot, right foot, he already at the rim. You know what I'm saying? Flying through the air. So you don't even have a chance to step up and take a charge because he was so quick at the point of attack. You know what I'm saying? So there really wasn't no game planning. With LeBron, it's so many different ways that you can game plan for him. Oh, he's not a strong jump shooter. Oh, he can't go 1-2 dribble pull up going left or right. Oh, force him to use his handle, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not really a strong ball handler. He wants to get downhill, go left, use his body, and then use that, shoot that little floater. Like, it's so many different things that you could pick apart about him. So you can't call nobody the greatest of all time when he has so many different flaws to his game. That makes no sense. That's self-explanatory, bro. Like, how can he be the GOAT? Oh, because he scored all the points. Oh, because he got all the assists. Oh, because he got all the... Huh? Like really? See,
Don't
that's
even
what I'm
make no
saying.
sense.
Metrics. Let's take metrics out of the. If we took metrics away from basketball, let's
Mm-hmm.
go no stats. Let's line everybody up one by one as far as skill, talent, IQ, and will and determination, because that also plays a factor to be great. You know, you have to have the determination to keep pushing through adversity. So when adversity knocks at your door, what kind of player are you? You get what I'm saying? That has a lot to do with your character as well. If you don't have that, then how can you stand next to the elite of the elite? You get what I'm saying?
Man, he
Just
had
take
that
stats
same
out.
IQ
Take
since he was
stats out.
8 years
Who's the
old.
best player?
He said he had that same IQ. No, this is another thing. Your fans are so dumb, and you even got grown people that's older really believe that you can't do no wrong. Like you just like you so perfect. This lets me know. I tell y'all this. I've been telling y'all this for a long time. They'll build you up and they'll tear you down, bro. They're gonna tear this man a new mean one when it's all said and done. And all y'all dudes, and even y'all female players that's in that capping, I don't respect y'all. I don't respect y'all at all. Cause y'all, as Kwame said, y'all with the get along game. I'll call the media drumline. One band, one sound. Everything that he says do, it goes. Y'all give every player that played this game the harsh criticism, everything. But this dude gets a pass. What makes this dude so much different than everybody else? I don't know. But I don't let mainstream media tell me about somebody because you tell on yourself. You just came on your podcast, the last show, and said that the reason why your assist goes down is because the role players don't step up. But you're supposed to make everybody better, right? Every narrative about your career has been fake, bro. It's been fake. It has been completely fake. Your whole career has been fake. I don't believe you can read. I seen
And
you.
guess,
I
hey,
seen you at a
real
press
quick.
conference with a book upside down, so you can read upside down too.
Boy, don't know what the hell he doing.
Man, I'll be
Hey,
back,
you know
bro.
how OC cheated the game?
Yeah,
Oh, how else is
let's
that?
go. I'm ready for this. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for that. I'm gonna let
I'm
y'all
That's
get
my
telling
it
you,
damn
it's
off.
calling
crazy.
card.
Hey, but look,
This nigga,
this is the cool part about it. If Steve Nash is sitting there agreeing with him off of role players and all of this, who you think made Steve Nash as great as he is? His role players. So how can
Around
you
his
agree with
timeline.
him with Steve Nash, nigga? You had 15 and you won 2 MVPs, nigga, based off of your stats and your assists because of that Phoenix Sun team was so great. Not because of you, but because of everybody around you made you look good, nigga. Role players. So if LeBron is talking about role players, guess what his son is on his team? His
his
son
son is
is a
not even a
role
damn role
player.
player. He's not even
Trash
a role
cans,
player
nigga. You
because
feel
a
me?
role player has to be counted on to provide something for the team to win. Bronny James can't provide you with shit to win. He
That's
can't.
even more disrespect. Cause now, nigga, you ain't even like your son don't even fit into none of the equation. He can't even be a role player. That's how garbage he is. Come on,
But
bro.
hey, eat easy. He cheated the game by lying about the game, and that's part two of T Price killing streak or killing spree. He's trying to lie about the game. So when you're lying about the game, you're cheating the game because the game's supposed to speak for itself. There's a old freestyle by Cassidy when he said the game should be sold, not told, but that's hard to control when cats fold like bags. Yes, the game speaks on itself. He's trying to tell us that what we saw, we didn't see. What we experienced, we didn't experience. When he went to his first finals against San Antonio in '07, San Antonio said, "Let this nigga shoot and we will live with the consequences." And they let him shoot over and over and over again to a clip of 36.4%, and they got swept. Now, these role players, for the reason why his His assists went down. Everybody on that team shot better than LeBron. Everybody brought their A game in that finals except LeBron. So if you have a bag, why did Bruce Bowen shut you down by just let you take jump shots?
Bingo.
You didn't.
Jack, you just hit the jackpot.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind.
Sasha Pavlovich was your best player in that 2006 NBA Finals, in which, matter of fact, you
2007.
got swept, and Tony Parker won Finals MVP.
Now he can guard 1 through 5, but he couldn't stop Tony Parker.
Hold
Hmm.
on. Let me just chime in on it. This narrative of him guard 1 through 5, that didn't happen until Roy Hibbert had that meltdown. Because you all remember, Jay Reid always guarded the weakest player on offense. He done it his whole entire career. And then all of a sudden, when it comes one play, he stopped Derrick Rose, man. He stopped one play. He didn't guard Derrick Rose the whole entire game. But carry on.
Now, Elise, let me ask you this question. When Kobe Bryant, off the bench as a rookie, took those back-to-back air balls in Utah, 1996, 97, when he came back in 1998, did people leave Kobe wide open for three?
Hell no, you couldn't.
Now, let's go to 2000, 2001, when they doubled Shaq. What did Kobe end up doing for three that nobody did until the Splash Brothers and Daniel Marshall?
Oh, he had 12 of them motherfuckers, set the record.
12 of 15 from three. And he had 45 points because they were just determined to make Kobe a three-point shooter because they didn't think that Kobe could beat them from the three. And he set a record and proved to everybody, I have a long-distance shot. So when they knew he had a long-distance shot and they run him off the three-point line, I'm under the impression that he used to get to the mid-range, used to get to the cup, used to go in the post when Shaq wasn't playing, and they was like, okay, Kobe's the offense of the Lakers. He still got his numbers. He countered whatever the defense tried to counter with. All I'm saying is this: that's a bag. LeBron James gives you three things: driving to the hole, getting fouled, shooting a three. That is all. If LeBron had a bag,
he can't even shoot threes though.
Well, you're stepping on the point. If he had a bag, he would have needed Ray Allen to hit that game time three because he would have hit it.
Thank you.
If LeBron James had a bag,
he missed the shot.
if LeBron James had a bag, Kyrie wouldn't have been the one rocking Curry to sleep, taking a step back. It would have been LeBron doing it.
Thank you.
If LeBron had a bag and wasn't cheating the goddamn game by putting syringes in his ass, allegedly, he will be the one that people want to mimic their game after. We keep, even to this day, Kobe, Jordan. Nobody says, I play like LeBron.
Oh,
because LeBron don't got a goddamn bag.
Ben Simmons.
Nobody cares about Ben Simmons. No. Don't even bring up Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is like one of them oddball characters from an anime series that just shows up one minute and disappears next.
That's what LeBron really should look like. He should really be Ben Simmons, but the league market LeBron. That's why LeBron is. He should really be Ben Simmons though.
But but LeBron James will actually take a shot. So I can't say that. I'm gonna be fair. As much as I don't fucking like LeBron, the turnover, I still gotta be honest.
Right.
I still gotta be honest. Now, cheating the game.
And the cold part about it, hey, Nick Van Exel already said Kobe had a better handle than I did, and we know Nick Van Exel had mad handles. Nick Van Exel said, Kobe, this nigga had more handles than me. And that's when he was 17, 18 years old. He said he was dogging everybody in practice. But Joe Harris wouldn't play the man. So
Dale
Nigga,
Harris
who is
didn't like.
telling you what's going on?
Hey, let me just make a point though. We're gonna cure this narrative. See that you just said an interesting point. You had NBA players coming out defending Kobe was actually killing players in high school, right? He was killing. He was killing NBA players while he was in high school. Those are facts. There's a lot of video evidence of players saying that. Eddie Jones was saying the same thing. The list goes on and on and on. That's actually truth. LeBron
Vernon
LeBron
Maxwell.
did not kill in Magic against Michael Jordan. Them players wasn't even in the game. They already played already. Remember, he came out and said that he was running like he was running things when he first. No, you didn't. And the people that's in that testing line for you about it, even Ron Artest came out and said, "You got these players really coming out." Like, man, we was already playing already. Like, we was already going. All right, man, you want to go ahead and play, man? Go ahead. You see that
Again,
make a difference in that story?
well, not only that, T Price, why would he in his 22nd season? He should have been screaming it from the damn rooftops from the day that he got drafted and the day that he came into the NBA. You're gonna wait until 22 years later for your memory to be that fresh that no, those stories would have been out. Now, there was a story. Now tell me, T Price, let me know if you remember this. There was a story in the 90s, and I want to say 95, 96, maybe even 97, that Mahmoud Abdul Rauf and Jordan had a one-on-one, and Mahmoud won.
Mm-hmm.
When they asked Mahmoud, guess what he said?
What do you say?
Oh, well, we never played one-on-one. We've never played one-on-one. They asked Jordan, he's like, we never played one-on-one. But that was the story that
Right.
was going around that Mahmoud
Remember that?
Abdul Rauf beat Jordan in a one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I'm saying all that is to say this. If this was actually a legitimate story, we'd have been hearing about this decades ago.
Yeah, we
This
was
is
called.
just this is just LeBron James trying to put out his own narrative that he was killing at 14, 15 years old. And you want to know what I got to say about that? Cap. He can't shoot now. What makes you think he was shooting then? He couldn't get that around Bruce Bowen and he was in his 20s. What makes you think he was going to get around anybody like that at 14? Stop it. You don't got a lot to kick it.
It's just too much video evidence of people that's saying these things. And then one thing I never understood though is so much pushback. If you mention Kobe Bryant in any kind of light and Stephen A. Smith, we don't not believe you. We don't believe nothing you say. You act like you the gospel. I understand your line of profession. I get that. But ain't like you need to tell the story of how you sat there and you shitting on everybody. You went against NBA players. You went against Allen Iverson. You went against a lot of. I remember when Allen Iverson was on your show, quite frankly. I remember when Kobe Bryant was on your show, not once, but twice, on quite frankly. I remember players were trying to come to you and you did what you normally do, go behind their back and backstab them. Then I can go all the way back to your high school, your college career too. Allegedly, it's factual information, man. Don't sit there and act like you some kind of saint. You not no saint. You just like everybody else. You pushing these narratives. Basketball is about narratives. No, it's about what you do on your court. When we was growing up, the story was you judge on how many championship rings you have on your finger. I did not know that more is less. Then y'all start moving the goalposts down even more. Now it's not about winning championships. Everything started when Jay Reid. This is all Jay Reid named minute. We never heard about Kobe Bryant being inefficient. We never even heard not one segment about that when we was growing up. Not one until all of a sudden when analytics start coming to play. Then y'all want to me, in my opinion, Kobe then start breaking once he start breaking down. That's when his inefficiency went down. Y'all don't want to give this man no kind of credit. Y'all still say that Tim Duncan is better than him. I like Tim Duncan. Kobe and Duncan is the best players in their generation. There's no two players in this era that got Kobe and got Duncan stats or accolades. They just don't on both ends of the basketball. Now, the only person that got more defensive accolades than Kobe Bryant is Tim Duncan. What's up, Ron?
What up with you?
No, it's part two.
What's up, Uncle?
What up with you?
You wasn't here yesterday, so JB want to talk all that smack. Talking about he got 50K with how I got 50K with no bag. Nigga, please.
Man, that nigga don't got no bag. He don't got no bag, bro. Like, all right, if you got a bag, it's like a grocery store bag. It ain't like you got no Birkin bag or nothing, no shit like that, nigga. No Coco Chanel bag, nigga. You got one of them reusable bags that you get at the grocery store, that you get at Publix or some shit like that.
I'm gonna go old school. He don't even got a Food for Less bag, nigga.
That nigga
Oh, not Food for Less. Oh my God, my chest hurts.
Now listen, don't get me wrong. He's efficient in the way he does score layup, dunk. You feel me? He just now recently added a respectable 3-point shot to his game. But like he don't got all that get on the blocks, up and under, slippery ill. Like he don't got that in his bag. Like when you just gonna realize, bro, that you was a fucking mutant, you were just bigger and stronger than every fucking body that you played with.
And they let him get away with all that shit too, though. At the same time, though, too, they let
Like
him get away with everything.
He don't have handles like a Kyrie. He don't have a footwork like, let's say, a Kobe or a Olajuwon. You feel me? He don't have the midi like, let's say, a DeMar DeRozan. You know what I mean? Like, these are parts of a bag that, like, when a person takes what they feel your best asset is away from you, you know what I mean? They make you go to 2 or 3. Sometimes they try to take your first 2 best assets away from you, because your second counter usually be as good as your first move. So when they take that away from you, now it's like, yo, let's see if he got a bag now. Do we got a counter off his counter? You feel me? Do we have this? If we push him to the left, dribbling left, can he somehow get back to his spot? Like, that's a bag, bro. That's what a bag is. So, like, nah, you really don't got a bag. LeBron, stop taking offense to everything. Like you said, you the all-time leading scorer. My response is, the fuck I need a bag for when I got a shopping cart? You feel me? I don't need no bag. I got a whole cart. I don't need no bag. But yet, he take offense to everything because he's a little bitch. Oh, they said I don't have a bag. Bro, you don't. Kyrie has a bag. You feel me? Like them type of dudes that got a fucking bag.
KD got a bag.
KD got a bag. Steph got a bag.
ISO Joe got a bag.
ISO Joe got one of the deepest bags I ever seen, Martavius. Like, people don't get that nigga. Like, I tell niggas, I say, yo, ISO Joe is one of the top 5 ISO players I've ever seen in my life. And that's including KD, Carmelo, Cole. You feel me? Like, I refer to his ISO bag just like theirs. That bitch get you one-on-one, you cook. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Y'all be back. I'll be back in about 15, man. I need a break, man. Shout out to everybody for coming through, man. Y'all hit that like button, man.
I'll tell you another nigga who got a crazy ISO bag niggas don't give him respect for. That goddamn Chris Middleton, bro. That bitch can score from anywhere on the fucking court. Post, ISO, elbow, 3-point shot, free throw line. You feel me? Chris Middleton got it all. So, like, when people say bags, like, niggas need to stop taking offense. Everything ain't for everybody, bro. Like, you don't hear Kobe and them running. I mean, well, the bro can, but you never heard him running around complaining why he ain't 6'9", why he ain't 270. You feel me? Oh, I ain't got no 44-inch vert. Like, you don't hear him complaining about the shit that he don't got. He just make the shit that he do got work for him, and he make people respect it. Everybody know Karl Malone ain't have a fucking bag, but god damn it, Karl Malone used to get right. He'd be like, nah, hell no, I ain't have a bag. Why would I have a bag when y'all can't stop this?
Right. 25 and 12 every night.
Why would I try to go into anything different when y'all can't even stop this? You feel me?
And all Carmelo did was master the fundamentals. Face up jump shot, triple threat,
like,
triple threat. Oh, space, no dribbles. I could play 20 years doing this.
and that's crazy because that's one of the few things I ever agree with Gilbert with when Gilbert said, nigga, fuck your bag. How good are your fundamentals? You feel me?
Touche.
Oh, okay. They came back. They out there already? Who goes to my goddamn grandson? Hold his ass hostage. What's that? Your dad? Yeah. Goddamn daughter be playing freeze tag with my grandson.
Not freeze tag.
Freeze tag.
Damn.
And then they pull up to the crib and don't even bring my nigga in.
Damn, I want a good game of freeze tag. You on my team, Ron Time.
Say what the YouTube stuff, man.
Say that again, Ron Time.
Yeah, and smoking and
You there, Eleasy?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Where'd
just
everybody
working.
go? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You must be at the
Yeah,
desk.
we good.
What'd you think about that game yesterday?
That was a good game, bro. These finals are very good finals, like in a long time, bro, because every game is competitive. Like they're stretching and clawing, like you know what I'm saying. They fly. The defensive and role players are flying around. Look at how T.J. McConnell and Obi Toppin and Dan Atherton play. But then when you go back and reverse it, yeah, Lou Dort and Russo's and Aaron Wiggins and like you give a so this is what look everybody's contributing and you can win on any given night as your role player production because the superstars like their numbers they're great. Jalen Williams, Chase, Halliburton, the Siakams, they don't meet their numbers consistently unless you really just focus on shutting them down and anybody else score. You really can't play like that against a full team. You could get a double, you can shut them down. You get these roles to in this series because all of the role players are pretty good at what they do. So, and that's where you have good schemes. It shows, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what basketball should be like. If you're a good coach, you know how to do that and maximize.
Eleasy, your microphone is on some computer love type shit. But I get what you're saying. I didn't think that these finals were going to be this exciting, but also Game 4 is a must win. Game 4 is a must win for OKC. This is the first time in this series I think they've ever been in a must win, or in this playoffs they've been in a must win. Besides the Game 7 against Denver, but they don't got home court no more. They got to go get home court back. It came down to the fourth quarter last night. They got to come in and handle some business, or this is going to be one of the biggest upsets in NBA history, just based off the win the seeding, and the team they playing. Um, and for Indiana, they can't take their foot off the gas. They got to come in and blow them out in game four. They can't sit up here and be happy being up 2-1 because they could have easily lost that game last night. They can come in and just blow OKC out and put them down 3-1 and don't play with their food. But I like what I'm seeing. I'm happy for both teams that's in the finals. I'm happy for um, small market teams. Happy for all of that. Who else is on the panel?
It
Damn.
look like everybody fell out.
Solo Dolo.
He'll be
Yeah,
back.
Ron Time probably went to go play with his grandson. Eat lazy at work. He better come with it when he's off from work though.
Man, he
But
sounded like he sounded like he was underwater.
yeah, LeBron lied to us. He lied to us so many times. When he says stuff like "You've never seen nothing like me before," I've actually have. His name was Sean Kim. You know, someone that just attacked the paint. He would shoot the three every now and again, but he mostly attacked the paint. Um, you know how I feel about him saying he did never cheat the game. Every time he opens up his mouth, every time he steps on the floor, he cheats the game because
That part.
he doesn't give us 100%. When you walk off the court and then lie about why you're walking off the court, when you don't play defense and you just stand around and don't get back on defense and you crying to the ref and all this other shit, you cheating the game. When you throwing role players under the bus, when did we ever blame role players for Magic never blamed a role player for why he lost the series.
Like I said, we ain't never heard of that until all these narratives, like everything that's thrown out there, right? It's all becoming from his camp. It's all becoming from Clutch, from his camp. So it's just what it is, and it ain't gonna stop me, you know what I'm saying, from going against the nonsense, because I'm gonna be against that nonsense they got going on out here, man. I've been against it. I never looked at this dude like how everybody else do. They say he's a good player. I don't think so. I don't see nothing good about this dude when they constantly they gave him this man everything. Everything. Sports Illustrated, Hummer, everything. And y'all fanboys and y'all fangirls say some of the dumbest stuff. Well, you wish you was LeBron James. No, I do not. I got my soul. I own my soul. God got control of my soul because I ain't sell out. I didn't sell out. I didn't sell my soul for rich and fame. I didn't sell my soul. I didn't sell my soul. I never have sold my soul. Never. These people sell their souls, man. They sell their souls, and then trust me, the devil always come back and collects too. He has all the power and everything like that, but we'll see how much power he's gonna continue to have. It's just sad, man. It just continues. It just continues. It just continues to be sad. Anyway, let's continue on. We're gonna after 0809, we're gonna go to what we said 2010 11. 2011 12, a 24-second shot clock with display of tenths of a second with less than 5 seconds remaining on the 25-second clock in order to avoid disruptions. Then we can go to 2012 13. Instant replay may now be used to review flagrant calls. Officials will now call a flagrant on the floor and then use instant replay to make a determination of whether the foul is a flagrant 1, 2, or 3 or a common foul. They decide after viewing a replay that the foul was not flagrant. There was a call like that last night. I thought it should have been a flagrant, but they said it wasn't. So they went back to replay. Now, mind you, they had this rule in place in 2012-13 season. And then the fines of it. First one is a warning. Second one is 5,000. Third, 10,000. Fourth, 15,000. The fifth, 30,000. If a player violates the anti-flopping rule 6 times in a row, he'll be that's doing the flopping thing. We already mentioned that. Let's go to 2013-14. Reviewing a block charge played to determine whether the defendant was inside or outside the restricted area, but was not set when the offensive player began his upward shooting motion. Determine whether an off ball occurred before and after a player was started his shooting motion on a successful shot attempt, or before or after the ball was released on a throw-in. Doing a review of instant replay situations to permit the officials to assess the appropriate penalties of any unsportsmanlike and unnecessary acts. The instant replay reviews on clear path to the basket fouls will be no longer considered a clear path foul if at any point before the foul is committed, the defender who commits the foul is positioned ahead of the offensive player in the front court. A team on offense will lose possession of its player, leaves the floor, and does not immediately return to the floor unless he is injured, attempted to save the ball, or any other extenuation circumstance. The Board of Governors approved the change to the format of the NBA Finals. It happened in 2013-14 season. Over the past 29 seasons, the Finals featured a 2-3-2 setup in which the team with home court advantage hosted 1, 2, 6, and 7, while the opponent hosted the games 3, 4, and 5. Beginning with the 2014, the format will shift to 2-2-1-1-1, where the team with home court advantage will host 1, 2, 5, and 7. An opponent will host 3, 4, and 6. The format change will include an extra day between games 6 and 7. That's where we got the format now, right? To where it is to this present time. Let's go to 2014-15 season. Expansion of instant replay rules. Officials may utilize instant replay whenever they are not reasonably certain a team that have improper numbers of players on the court while the ball was in play. Modification of instant replay rules. Instant replay triggers that are currently in effect only during the last 2 minutes of regulation and the entire overtime period. Instead, shall be in effect only during the last 2 minutes of regulation and the last 2 minutes of overtime play. Officials may now conduct an instant replay review whenever they are reasonably certain as to which team should be awarded possession after a ball becomes out of bounds, or rather out of bounds if that occurred during the last 2 minutes of regulation, the last 2 minutes of overtime period. Previously, officials could only use replay if they wasn't reasonably certain as to which of the two players on opposing team caused the ball to go out of bounds. Officials are now permitted to utilize instant replay. They are not reasonably certain whether it's a foul that was called meets the criteria of a flagrant foul. Previously, the foul that has to be a flagrant foul on the floor in order to utilize instant replay. Then it continues to say officials are now permitted to utilize instant replay where they are not reasonably certain whether a foul that was called meets the criteria of a clear path to the basket foul. Previously, the foul has to be called a clear path foul on the floor in order to utilize instant replay. It continues to say officials may utilize instant replay anytime they are not certain that any player, offensively or defensive, without the ball was fouled relative to the timing of a successful shot. Prior to his change, officials could only review the timing when an offensive player without the ball was fouled. Rules changed. If a team has too many players on the court while the ball is in the play, the offending team will both be assessed a non-unsportsmanlike technical foul and lose possession if it had possession at the time of the violation was discovered, and the non-offending team will continue to have an option of either accepting or nullifying the game action that occurred during violation. Previously, the defending team that has possession, it will keep possession of the ball despite the violation. Teams may freely substitute players whenever any time is called. Prior to this change, whether there are limited circumstances in which a team couldn't substitute for certain players at timeouts, the shot clock will no longer be reset to 5 seconds when a held ball is caused by defense with fewer than 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Let's go to 2015-16. I only got 2 things on this one. As a part of the playoff seeding modification, the 8 playoff teams of which each conference will be seeded in order of their regular season records. Most recently, every division winner was guaranteed a top 4 seed in his respective conference, regardless of its record, but not receiving home court advantage. If its playoff opponent have a better record, the board also approved changes to tie-break criteria for a playoff seeding and home court advantage. Head-to-head results has become the first criterion to break ties for playoff seedings and home court advantage being between the 2 teams with identical season and regular season records. The second criterion is whether a team won its division. Under the old tie-break system, a division winner was awarded the higher seed and received home court advantage in a series if the 2 teams met in the playoff. Let's go to 2016-17. The current rule for away from the play fouls are applicable to the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter of the fourth period and the last 2 minutes of any overtime, persuading to which the foul team is awarded 1 free throw and retain possession of the ball, and will extend it to the last 2 minutes of each play. For inbound situation, the offensive foul at any point during the game that occurs before the ball is released by the inbounder, including a legitimate or natural basketball action, such as defender fighting through a screen, will be administered in the same fashion as an away the ball away from the play foul committed during the last 2 minutes of any period. 1 free throw and possession of the ball. The flagrant rule will be used to protect against any dangerous, excessively hard deliberate fouls in particular, and it will be considered a flagrant foul if a player jumps on the opponent's back to commit a deliberate foul. Previously, these type of fouls were subject of being called flagrant, but not automatic. Let's go to 2018-19 season. The shot clock reset. The shot clock will reset to 14 seconds in 3 scenarios: after the offensive rebound, a missed field goal, or a free throw that hit the rim after a loose ball is called on the offensive team, immediately following a missed field goal or a free throw that hit the rim. Yet the offensive team gets possession of the ball after it gets out of bounds immediately following a missed field goal or a free throw that hit the rim. The rule has been in effect in the NBA G League since 2016-17 season, in the WNBA since 2016, and FIBA play since 2014-15. The rule was also in place during the 2018 NBA Summer League. Simplification of the clear path rule. The changes to the clear path rule established bright line standards based on position of the players at the time of the foul. Narrowing required referees' judgment and reducing the numbers of variables impacting the rules application. Then it goes on some more. Coaches can now challenge 1 point once per game. It's 2019-20. Coaches must decide on their starting lineups earlier. All coaches must submit their starting lineups at least 30 minutes before tip-off this season. New points of emphasis for official. NBA Vice President of Referee Development and Training, Monty McClutcher, said there will be more stringent enforcement of traveling, which is cap. What's more, the gather is now officially in the league's rule book, which states that the players can take 2 steps for the moment they can fully control the ball. Additional points of emphasis include legal contact initiated by the offense, freedom of movement, and respect for the game moments that will allow officials to determine if players go over the top when reacting to a call. Well, that's how you got the 50K. Everything, all these rules, just you benefited from. Well, let's keep on going. Stricter punishment for tampering. We know this is cap. Certain teams got fined, but J. Reid never got fined for tampering. Clutch ain't never got moved. It says it right here in the rules. It says it right here. Tim Bontemps of ESPN.com reported in September that the NBA Board of Governors approved stricter punishments around the league for tampering and salary cap circumvention. Teams can lose draft picks and be fined up to $10 million if they violate the tampering rules. What's more, executives can be suspended and contracts can be voided. I find it very interesting that Jay Reid ain't never did that. Because I can remember Anthony Davis was under contract, and they didn't even want to and the Northern Pelicans didn't even want to trade him. Then he come out and said he signed out with Clutch that he want to get traded with the Lakers. For 2 weeks, the Pelicans did not want to trade him. They fired the GM, and guess who became the GM? The old GM that used to be a part of the Cavaliers. And guess what he did? Gave the Lakers Anthony Davis. Let's just carry on. The coaches challenging rule is standing. This is 2020-21. The league's competition committee, which includes coaches, general managers, and officials, recently voted to keep the coaches challenge in the game and the same rules regarding intact, which the NBA announced that it was approved by the Board of Governors. Roster sizes increases to 15 players. The NBA Board of Governors approved a plan allowing teams to expand their roster size from 13 players to 15. It will be a way for teams to have enough players should somebody on their roster test positive for COVID at some point during the season. Teams were allowed to have 15 players on their roster in previous seasons, but only 13 could be active. Despite this change, there will still be 2 additional spots for players on 2-way contracts. NBA relaxing resting policies, right? Let's get this one out the way. While teams can still face a fine of at least $100,000 for resting healthy players for a high-profile national television game, the NBA is relaxing its resting policy for games that are nationally televised, according to ESPN. Tim Bontemps. Let's keep on going. 2021-22 season. And an interpretive change in officiating over abnormal non-basketball moves by offensive players with the ball in an effort to draw fouls. Monty McClutchin, the NBA Vice President of Referee Development and Training, discussed this change of appearance on a crossover NBA show with Chris Mannix and Howard Beck, explaining that the league is intended to do with this situation. If you place a disadvantage through good play, then therefore a foul should be called offensively or defensively. We're not trying to take away any pump fake. We're trying to take away pump fake that leads to an abnormal launch angle that the defender would have hit the offensive player and had his offensive player not taking his abnormal launch range. We want to balance out the ability of the defensive player of the compete with passion with offensive player who compete with passion, and we find that balance. Good competition is the result. Keeping in the play-in tournament. The league has decided to keep its play-in tournament, which will feature 4 teams from each conference battling out for the Final Four playoff berths. This format introduced in 2020-21. You benefit for that too, Jay Reid. And then at the same time, when it did benefit for you, you hated it. Go figure. But anyway, let's carry on. Transition take fouls. This is 2022-23 season. The take foul in which the defender does not make a play on the basketball. It is what the league classifies as one that occurs either during a transition scoring point opportunity or immediately following a change of possession and before the offensive team that had the opportunity to advance the ball. The exception is the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime. The new penalty for such a foul is for 1 free throw, which may be attempted by any player on the offended team in the game at the time of the foul, was committed along with the continued possession by the defending team. Blue light on screen change. Should a player make a shot and the official is sure of it, it was worth 2 points or 3 points. They would be put 2 points on the scoreboard, for example. And when they found out the NBA replay center was in fact a 3-pointer, they could immediately update the score, and to make all parties aware of it, a blue light would be signals to signify the score update. Bench conduct. The league will be taking a close look at bench conduct because of the increased players are getting too close to the action by standing on the bench during the play or roaching on the sidelines or baselines that ultimately affects the gameplay. This is just 2022-23 season. Let's go to 2023-24 season. But y'all keep on telling me that they changed the rules for Mike and all these other players, right? They change this rule every year. This man been in the league substantially. But I'm almost finished. Floppy penalty. We know they ain't got no floppy penalty. The floppy penalty will be assessed by the game officials when they perceive a physical act intended to cause a foul on another player. The offending player would be charged with a non-unsportsmanlike foul, technical foul. We already know who already should lead in that. And never, and never, never, and never, and never, and never, and never. He never got called for unsportsmanlike. Never has. Which means it will not count towards an ejection, and the opposing team will be awarded 1 free throw. Any player in the game can be designated by his coach to shoot the free throw. Y'all give Luka, let me give y'all a great example of this. Luka get technical fouls, but Jay Reid don't get a technical foul. Both of them cry to the referees a lot. I seen Jay Reid this past season not even playing in the basketball, wasn't even in the game. He was arguing from the bench, went to the sideline, ended up going straight to the court, arguing. No technical foul was ever called. None. But let's carry on. Referees can call the flop during the live party or the next neutral opportunity to assess the penalty. It is a possibility that a foul and a flopping violation could be called in the same play. The rule has been adopted on a 1-year trial basis. Coaches' challenges. Previously, coaches have been reluctant to use a tool, an obvious wrong call if they occur early in the game, preferring to have it handy for the late pivotal moment. Now they won't be penalized for it, essentially helping to get the calls right. To trigger a challenge, a team still would need to have a timeout available. If successful, the timeout was retained. That still will be the case for a team's first challenge. We have the concern of the game lift and flow. Any second challenge will be used up to the timeout regardless. Now, we've seen this happen before. We've seen it happen a lot of times with the Lakers in these playoffs. Well, when they went to the challenge, and they win the challenge. Well, you see it on the screen, on the replay, like everybody else do, referees and everything like that. Says a whole nother story. Get to my point is they've been helping you your whole entire career. They help you get to places where you don't need to be at. And you still got 6 final losses. You shouldn't even have 4. But let's just carry on. Dennis keep on saying no more than 1 star is available at the same game. Teams must ensure that star players are available for national TV and its in-season tournaments. I see so many times in national TV games you don't even play. I could just remember when Darvin Ham was coaching the Lakers and the Lakers played the Celtics on national TV. You and Anthony Davis was in street clothes. And I've also find it interesting that teams play better when you don't play. When you take your little hiatus, you know what I'm saying? Be gone, miss it on a milk carton. then you come back. Oh, look at him. He just got year 21. Just look what he's doing right now. Oh, he just outrunning these young guys and yada 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 yada. I ain't never seen ice on your legs, partner. I seen Kevin Willis, Karl Malone, all these older guys that played plus 20 plus years, even Kobe had ice on them knees. You the only player that I know. And you the only player that I also could see when your team getting blown out, you just walk out on them like you did after y'all won the championship, after y'all lost to the Phoenix Suns. You left with 5 minutes to go. I'm surprised you shook hands this playoff round. I seen Anthony Edwards pushing you around. I'm surprised they didn't call nothing on Anthony Edwards. Oh, I forgot. That was when you had a sprained MCL after DiVincenzo bump into your knee, and then not even a month later, 2 weeks later, you seen getting your dance on. That's not my business. But you the one that putting out this information. You the one that came out with the cast on after, and a lot of people don't remember that same game. You threw an alley yourself off the backboard to yourself in the finals, and you dunked it, and you hung on the rim. Every time you lose, you always have an excuse. And ESPN has been bought and paid for because they've been scripting your whole career. How many accolades do you really should have? I don't think you should have the defensive accolades that you have. I watched your whole entire career. But let's carry on. This one here starts 23-24. So we'll see what rules they implemented. Don't have 2024 2025. So it's like the only time. So I basically, in your whole career, I just read every rule change, and it's a lot of them compared to any other eras. It's crazy. It's paragraphs along paragraphs, and it's not even close. You had a manufactured career. Oh, they say StreamYard is down. Now StreamYard know what they doing, man. It ain't gonna stop it though. It ain't gonna it ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop my grind. It ain't gonna stop my grind. It's not my fault, y'all. So if that's what StreamYard gonna do, then I ain't got no control over that. We ain't got no control of that. Hold on, let me do a refresh right quick.